23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow. I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. The gain's an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? You there, babe?
Yeah, I'm here.
Wanted to say what's up to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
The song is long. I was actually trying to change the intro, put a different song and stuff, but it was taking too long, so I said I'll do it another
Yeah, but why don't you do those things before the live? Make sure. I know. I have a life too. I just got off of work.
Okay, so exactly. Can't do it like that.
Get your life, man.
All right. Damn, there's a lot of comments. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys good? Uh-oh. Greyhound.
Okay.
Let's see what's up. Hello?
Mobile tel link. Except for approved attorney calls,
cool.
This call may be monitored.
Hey, Bubba's in here. RJ's in here.
Awesome.
Everybody's in here.
Sergio, LM Rhyme, Shirley, what's up, everybody? Geronimo.
Javier.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
What's up, fool?
Busy.
You call right on time. We're live right now.
All right.
What you got going?
Hey, Greyhound.
Hey, what's going on, Joanne?
Why do you sound sad?
What's she say?
Why you sound sad?
Oh, I'm not sad. I don't know what's up today, man. I'm tired. Probably because it's fucking snowing right now.
Is it?
Snowing over there?
Yeah. It's not snowing like crazy, but it's a blizzard to me.
Yeah.
Cold is cold. That's my kryptonite.
Right?
It's cold.
I know. It's like they knew that shit when they sent you around. Fucking Chicago or Illinois is cold, and out there in Colorado.
Well, would you rather be hot or cold?
Hot.
I'd rather be cold.
I'd rather be cold.
I'd rather be cold so I can warm up.
Who said that?
That was our voices?
I don't want to be cold. Cold is just too much. At least if you're hot, you can just take stuff off.
Yeah, but you're still gonna sweat. If you're cold, you can warm up.
Well, I think when you're cold, it's hurtful, and when you're hot, it's just uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But like the cold hurts. You know what I mean?
Okay, I want it to be spring all year round.
Yeah, that's good.
Stupid.
I agree right there. I agree. So we got a bunch of comments, but I'm assuming most of these is between everybody saying Cuba to everybody. So I'm gonna jump down to the bottom because I'm pretty sure everybody just all these beginnings is between everybody. So if there was anything that anybody asked directly, and then just re-ask as I get down here. I'm coming down right here to. Damn, that was a lot. Here we go. Boom. I'm gonna start with Bubba Mesa said, well said, La Tusa. Javier, good. Very good, hermano. Javier, good evening, brother. Patrona, how's your madre? Is she well?
Yeah. Well, she's still in pain, but she goes to the doctor on Thursday, and most likely, I think they're going to do surgery within next week. So, but thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Bubba said, hey, what's up, Greyhound? Oh, no, that's Sergio. My bad. That's Sergio, and then Bubba said it afterward, too.
What's up?
Bubba said, hey, you do sound sad, brother.
Yeah, right.
La Tusa said, Cubo Gray. Paul Pedrosa said, Cubo Cricks was cracking, big dog. Montebello in the casa. What's going on, Mrs. Cricks?
Montebello. Hello.
LM Rhymes. Respetos Greyhound y Cricks. We got La Tusa 520 said we got 6 inches of snow today.
Dang.
Greyhound, good.
We got what?
He got 6 inches of snow where he's at today.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get 8 inches of snow.
Good to hear your voice, Greyhound, said Geronimo. Ben Cuevas, Cubo Cricket, Jovan, Greyhound, and the rest of the Chronicleros. Hey, Ben, I got a question for you in a minute. I'll ask. Migo, let me get the cord. This thing, the Wi-Fi thing's tripping. Cubo the Greyhound said RJ. What's up? Oh, Cubo the Greyhound.
RJ got his email too.
Okay. You just told him. LM Rhymes said cold sucks. La Tusa said, I can't wait for spring and summer camping and fishing. Sergio said, fuck the sun, year round 60 and below for me. Hey, Ben. 480 said, hey, what's up, y'all? How's everyone doing tonight? Sergio, hey, 480. And then Javier said, what's up, Greyhound? Were you with you in spirit? Oh, we're with you in spirit. Keep your head up always. Ben, I got a question, or maybe también Greyhound. I was having a conversation last night, and we got to, I mean, remember 40 ounce. Where's that barrio at?
It's right there on the opposite side of 9th Street. So when you cross right there off of 9th Street between Roosevelt and Van Buren, right there,
Yeah.
right there on 7th, yeah, on that area.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like on 40th Street. That's why they call themselves 40 ounce.
They're on 7th Street. So there was an old barrio called LCS, like Calle 7, back in the days.
Yeah.
And then that's what 40 ounce became. They're right there on 7th Street, between Van Buren and Roosevelt.
Because I remember the vato that
Like
he came on the live one time and was saying that he was one of the founders, and Ben was talking to him. That's why I thought I would ask. I couldn't remember. I've only met, I think, two vatos from 40 ounce.
That's what I'm about to say. There's about like 5 autos from there.
Yeah. I just met, the only one I met was obviously Jose Güero, and then one other one that I met with Garfield when he got out.
Yeah. They were small when they were LCS, and then they were small when they were 40 ounce.
Yeah. Oh, let me see. Geronimo said, my little Pajaritos robotics team placed in top 3 out of 43 teams. He's in 4th grade. Tata's crying from joy and pride.
Oh, how cute. The little robotics team. You guys travel, right? Because I remember one time working at the hotel and they had a robotics team there. If it's the same thing that we're talking about. But how cute. I bet you took a lot of pictures too. Just good.
Before I talk. All right, it should be back now. Oh, look at Ben Cueva said, oh wait, sup? What are we at? 480 said, sup, Sergio, how's it hanging? LM Rhymes said, I said it earlier in the comments, but I got church in the morning and cleaning up the community with the people in the community. So it's going to be an early night for me. Just wanted to check in.
That's nice.
Ya sabes. Thank you for coming in, bro. Stay as long as you can, pero ya sabes. Yeah, you got to do your thing. Sergio said, hey, that's awesome, Geronimo. Ben Cueva said, Greyhound, the old 7th Street barrio used to be across 7th Street from LCM on the west side of 7th Street from the freeway north to about Buckeye. Yeah. Geronimo, Jovan at ASU today. Farmero said, Cricket and Chronicles family.
Cool.
Mine in full. Life's been crazy, so I haven't been online, but I've been listening. Much love, gente. Gracias, brother. How you doing, Farmero?
Yeah.
What's going on with you, Greyhound? What's happening over there, bro? What's up with that radio station y todo eso? How's that going?
Yeah, it's going good. Yesterday, I think it was ABC or somebody was over here. They were sending units, and they thought those were interviewing him and shit. They wanted to give me 10 minutes, but I didn't have my hair faded up, so I wasn't going to go on camera with my hair all messed up. You know me?
I mean, does it matter? You're already older.
Watch out. What
But everything's going good.
Are you gonna be taking part in the radio hale? Like you're gonna be with it?
What do you mean?
Like you're a part of it too, or you just gonna like?
No. Certain buttons working and stuff. It's just there's a few buttons in my pod that work on it, and they want to interview me. So we got to set up something to do it because they like some of their homies and shit like that. And then the Mexican buttons on the other pod, they have, because they each got like little slots of when they play music and do their own little viajes. So I got 3 of them that want to interview, but we just got to work it out and figure out what they're gonna discuss and all that.
Cool.
That's cool.
Tom said, "Hey now, Chronicles fam." Ben Cueva said, "I never knew."
Hey, Tom.
40-ounce barrio was. It had to be where the new Arizona Center is, now on the other side of 7th Street, where one of their founders lived. Willow from 9th Street. Anthony Benitez, they lived right there. Stevie Benitez was Willow. Did he have a brother named Anthony?
Yeah.
Did he? Javier said Greyhound will make a DJ Wolfman Jack. Tom said, "What up, Greyhound? Hope all is well as can be for you."
What's up?
Tom,
Everything's good.
480 said, "Damn, miss a good live on Thursday. Send rerun. It was deep. What year did Greyhound get made, and who co-signed RJ? Who co-signed RJ?
Drops in my bag.
What year did you get made?
I won't go, man.
Yeah. I know you're not. No.
Yeah. So Greyhound got made in 96. I don't know what you mean. Who co-signed RJ 480? Break it down. Break it down. Sup, Tom said, now that I signed papers to volunteer for Ukraine yesterday, said Tom. For real?
Did you, Tom? Stop.
Mercury. The Russians too. You see the Russians arrested that vieja from the Phoenix Mercury.
What happened to her?
The Russians got her in jail.
Yeah?
Take her ass to Black Dog.
Damn. I didn't know that.
But they say she's been torcida for like I think 3 weeks though, so it must have been like a week before
everything happened.
Jumped off. They're saying they caught her with some grifa and shit, or fake pants or something like that.
Okay. Now, Greyhound, very good news, said Geronimo. Greyhound dedications hour. Yeah, we're gonna do the music ahorita. I just wanted to, since Greyhound's on the phone, I figured we'll take advantage and rap to him. LM said, "I'll sign up, Tom. Need a haircut, Vato. I look like about 50 years young," said 480. Tom, mercenaries are showing up to Ukraine. Yeah, I've been seeing that. Don't laugh. Yes, I did. I've been seeing people sign up for that. Yeah.
Did you really, Tom? You did? Okay. Well, that's cool.
Latusa said, "Tom, let's go." Tom said, "I can shoot well and far." Yeah, I've been seeing people doing it, man, but I don't know. Ben Cueva said, "Yes, Anthony Benitez is Wilo's carnal. Hello, he looks just like him. He was one of the founders. I know they were together with BHHB, which was close to them." Yeah, he was 6th Ave.
On the little table underneath the mat.
6th Ave. She got arrested in Russia, said Latusa. "When do you leave, Tom? Go sign up at your local Ukraine embassy," said Tom. "When do you go, bro?" "Oh, you have to get called up and selected to go," he said. Javier said, "Tom can get the Ukrainians loaded with his edibles like his mother." What are your thoughts on the Cain Velasquez situation? Free Cain Velasquez. Did you see that, bro?
What about it?
They arrested Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
In Califa, San Jose. I guess he I'm not sure the specifics yet. They're saying, but the roundup, but the gist of it basically, he
my card on your phone.
Huh? What'd you say, babe?
Nothing. I'm sorry. Let me mute myself real quick.
Cain Velasquez blasted into a ramfla of vatos. I guess there was a dude in the car that had molested a close relative of Cain's. So he shot into the car. He ended up shooting, I guess, someone else. He didn't die, but they charged him with attempt murder. And they got him torcido right now out there.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. The trip, right?
Yeah, I like that about the too.
Yeah, me too. He was a good dude. Remember, he's from Arizona too. He was
Yeah, he's from Yuma.
Yeah, Yuma. Back and forth between Yuma and San Jose because his dad was a farmero. They used to go with the and then he went to ASU for wrestling. Yeah, it's crazy. LM said, Greyhound, I know you won't see freedom, but you've created freedom for yourself, and that is commendable. Yeah. 480 said, who spoke for Gray? Which Cardinal co-signed to get out in the mesa to be voting him in? Oh, with RJ? I don't know. RJ didn't really need a co-signer. RJ could make Cardinales on his own. But did he do that, bro? Did he make you on his own, or did they vote?
Who?
RJ, when you got made.
Oh, no, I had everybody.
Yeah.
But I was part of his car.
Yeah.
And just so I had multiple padrinos.
Right. Tell Greyhound I just got in contact with Elaine Olmos. I don't know if you remember her or the Olmoses. The Olmoses were old LF with your familia. They lived on 13th Street in Pierce.
They live on the corner? Because my nana lives right there, too. She lived right there, right between 12 and 13.
Let's see what he answers. He'll probably answer right now. Niner said, what's the word, Huelga Birds? ¿Qué pao, Niner? How you doing, brother? Latusa 520 said, I have people from Yuma and Soma. I met Cain's brother at a party in Tucson. Did you? Yeah, he was one of the ones that I know that as a kid, as a youngster, he was coming. He lived in Yuma and back in San Jose. Just followed the ¿cómo se llaman? The pickers, right? What do they call them? The farm workers? Yeah, farm workers. I remember all that. Remember when that became a big deal in Phoenix, bro? Everybody was the no grapes and all that shit.
Yeah.
Remember my Fita had all that stuff. She had bumper stickers and videos that said no grapes and all that stuff behind the farm workers.
All these years, it's still a struggle.
Yeah. They still doing it. It's because they use all them, they use all those chemicals, man.
I think he's grabbing something to eat.
They use all those chemicals, and those people be getting sick from them. Yeah, I'm making dinner, babe. I had to get it out of the oven.
Did you make a pizza?
Yeah, frozen pizza.
DiGiorno?
I don't know what.
Or Tombstone?
I think Tombstone is what we got yesterday. Hola Niner said Geronimo. What else going on in there, brother? What you got going on tonight? And then, hey, you get Art LeBeau over there? You should, right?
You said what?
You get Art LeBeau out there?
Are we allowed to vote?
Do you get Art LeBeau out there?
No, I don't think we get Art LeBeau out here. I never heard nothing like that.
My brother has a neighbor who knows a guy who has a cousin whose uncle who's a gardener who knows Cain Velasquez. Said Javier. Pinche Javier. Let me see. Simon, where is that?
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Am already?
Yeah, boy, shit went by fast, huh?
Yeah. Oh man.
Time flies, vato.
Right? What are you doing? You're still you're working in making the garment stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm doing t-shirts and shorts right now, like the basketball shorts, the silver ones, like them shining.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
I make those, and I make white t-shirts.
Cool.
I'm a jack of all trades.
Right? You gonna call back right now?
I'm gonna see.
All right, hold up. Damn, he said it right now too. The Olmos live basically where the alley is between Pierce, McKinley, directly across the street from Garfield Elementary offices. Your Theo or your Tia Rachel knows them very well, or real well. Crazy LF was in the middle of Garfield. He's about to get Cricket LeBeau. Watch out, said awesome person. Is Cain Velasquez gonna have to put in work for his brown pride tattoo, Cricket, or did he bless from upstairs for being a Mexican fighter? What state did that happen? It's in California, bro. Yeah, it's in Califas. I don't know. I wonder if he's gonna get time, man. He's gonna get good lawyers, so we'll see. I sent you pics to your phone of the safe, Cricket. What's say? Your safe, bro? I don't want to see a picture of your safe. Oh, that's safe. Okay. Cool. I thought you were trying to hit on me.
Oh my God, why would you think that? You're so weird and awkward.
He sent me a picture of his safe. I don't want to see that.
Like a safe, you weirdo. What the hell?
I know I'm clowning.
Oh, I know.
Pinta joke. Pinta joke. Mi jefito was a migrant worker from El Salvador. Art LeBeau is from the Inland Empire. I grew up with him. Still listen. Yeah, me too. I listen shit all the time. I bet you they do got him in Colorado. I used to listen to him when I was in the Feds. I heard him in Minnesota. I heard him in all over the place. I mean, they had him everywhere. We heard him fucking Ohio. I heard they had him all over the spot. He's in PC because he's a celebrity, isn't he? Sergio, I don't know, bro. I'm not sure how Califas does it. They may. They might. Cain has possible crime defense. Tom said, nah, bro, you ain't my type. I ain't into chubby vatos. Back to my old ways, bro. But it's all
He's
right.
not chubby. He's just a little thickalicious.
What the fuck? Earn her that General Pop, right? Yeah, he was. Tom D. He started laughing. Fucking Tom. All right. So what are we doing? Looks like he ain't gonna call back right now. So we can get this music rolling if you guys want. You guys want to do it tonight? Or do you guys have a conversation you guys want to have? Or did you guys want to do it tomorrow night and talk normal tonight about something that someone has in mind?
I have a conversation I need to have with you because I don't want it to take up too much time. So I'll just wait.
LM Rhymes says, safe, Cricks. Thickalicious. They all laughing. Thickalicious. You have a conversation you have to have with me?
Yeah.
Bring it.
No, I'm gonna put you all out there and expose you.
You can't expose me, woman. I got no secrets.
I was just gonna no. I have no idea what you guys are talking about this Cain guy.
He was a UFC fighter, Cain Velasquez. He has brown pride tattooed on his chest, and a few years back, he was the heavyweight champion of the UFC. He went to school at ASU. He's from Arizona and California, kind of both, because his parents were migrant farm workers. They were picking the farms, and so everybody was real proud of him and shit when he got the heavyweight championship and all that.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll
now
have to look it up.
he's been retired for a few years, and now he just blasted somebody. I guess a child molester or something, and so that's what we're talking about. He's a pretty big name in the UFC stuff, the circles of UFC, and obviously razas.
I have no idea. I'll have to look it up.
Sorry, he doesn't put on boas and yellow shirts.
About Cain Velasquez?
Put on what?
Boas, like your little fucking Hulk Hogan guy.
Well, I don't think he can make it in WWF. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know who he was. I was just asking. I don't know what you guys were talking about.
Sergio said, "Damn, is that Cricket's new name?" No, it's not, bro. It's
But
Tom.
I do want to say something though, like
Go ahead.
about like the next generations that we're bringing up, and how the next generation we're trying to be better with our kids and things like that. Um, I just want to say that I'm proud of like all the fathers and mothers that don't want that generation to pass on. You know what I mean? But also, it doesn't make your kids, any less because they didn't go through something bad. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people that, come from a good family or a rich family, they get looked at like, oh, well, your parents handed you everything, or, your parents gave you this. Well, yeah, I'm sorry my parents did that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, no, I'm not sorry. Like, you shouldn't have to apologize for that. I just don't think it makes you less of a person because you didn't go through the struggles that someone else did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think a lot of it is just being facetious. People just joke around about it. I think a lot of people would. I mean, I think a lot of people wish that they had it better. You know what I mean?
No,
Unfortunately,
I mean, it's just little things. I mean, like, I know he's not the greatest of example, but I mean, look at Trump. They always say, oh, his daddy gave him money and his dad, yeah, I mean, you wish your daddy gave you money too. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just like that. Like this UFC fighter you're talking about, they were really proud of him because he made it because his parents were farm workers. So
hmm
would they not be proud of him as if his parents weren't farm workers? If
yeah.
they were attorneys or doctors or somebody, would it make him like not more noticeable?
No, I'm sure it would be the same thing. That's just
I would
his.
hope so.
That's just his story. Nobody said that they were proud of him because of that. I mean, that's not the. That's not. No one even mentions really that
Oh, it's
they
because
were.
how you kind of said it a little bit ago, like, oh, they're, you know,
No,
made a big deal
I
about
was
it
saying
because,
I made a big deal of it because he's from Arizona.
and then you said, and his parents were farm workers, so that was like a big deal.
Because that's the Arizona connection. He was
Oh,
born
I'm just saying, if
in California, but the
I
reason,
just, it's just like for the next generation, like I don't want to see them,
yeah,
you know.
but you're never gonna change that. People are always gonna clown, but it doesn't matter. I think the main thing is people need to not worry about what other people think. I mean, who cares? At
No,
the end,
I know, but also normalize that that's okay.
but it's never gonna happen. You're not gonna normalize it. That part of it is not going to happen. People are going to joke and they're going to make fun of it, and nobody's actually upset when a person has a good. I mean, it's just a joke, and no one really hates on them like that. It just is what it is.
I've heard people hating on other people because they didn't have the same struggles as other people. I've seen it. I've heard it.
Well, there may be examples of that, but I mean, no one has hated on our son because he had it good. We joke,
Oh
but
no, not to me, not to my son, not well, probably not to my face. But I mean, I don't think they would. I'm just saying I don't think these kids are less of anything because they didn't do 10, 15 years like their dad, or, you know, they didn't have a good upbringing. Like it's okay to be normal, like normalize that living.
yeah. Damn. Tom was about to claim old cricket, said Javier.
I don't think you get what I'm trying to say.
I do get what you're trying to say, but you're speaking out of emotion, and that's nothing that you can normalize. You can't make people not joke about something like that. People that had a hard life clown about that. It is what it is. You can't change that, but it does. Again, no one looks down on people that way. No one, and even if they do, again, you need to make it. People need to have thicker skin if that's the case. If someone thinking that because you didn't do 10 years makes you softer than them, fuck them. That's great. I wish I didn't do that time. That's the whole point of the
Okay,
conversation.
but in the news or like the UFC fighter, would they have, if his mom and dad was an attorney or a doctor, would they have put that, or because they were farm workers, that's
Well, of course they brought that up because the fact that he went to college and all that, it's a rare thing. He came up from a poor family and he went to college and he did all that stuff. I mean, that's rare. So of course they point that out, but it has nothing to do with who he is. I mean, well, it does. It has everything to do with who he is as an individual. He fought through hard, through tough times to get where he was. He made decisions to be someone better than me. I mean, that's the truth. He could have used all that as an excuse to be a gangster and go the wrong way, and he didn't. That's to be commended, not to be made fun of.
No, I know, but I mean, if his parents were not farm workers and this and that, like, it doesn't matter what they were. Like you said, it because of where he came from, and I just don't. I don't know.
But I think it does matter. It does matter. If you had it easier, I mean, for him to have overcome all of those obstacles shows something in him. Period. I mean, it's not a reflection on anybody else. It just reflects him. Him striving for something better and doing something better with his life. And nobody makes fun of him because he didn't do time over it. If anything, people look at him as, man, that's good. He had a poor.
I'm not talking about like him. I'm talking about the kids that do have it. The kids that do have it. People are like, oh yeah, you went to college, but you had help. Your parents helped you, or you didn't have to work a day in your life while you went to college. That doesn't make you any less because, well, my bad, you didn't have parents that didn't. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, anyways, let's stop talking about it. I don't think you get it, but
Okay, I know what you're trying to say.
yeah. Okay,
What I'm saying is it doesn't matter.
I'm good.
Ridiculous. Conversation. California county jails put all celebs in PC. Dude, I wonder if AZ doesn't do that, right? I can't remember. Cricket, a.k.a. Grillo, a.k.a. Thickalicious. El Professor, oye, Grillo, what barrio did Pablo belong to? He claimed the Milpas, bro. But other people have said he was from the project somewhere out there, somewhere too. I'm not exactly positive, but he would, when you talk to him, he says he's from the Milpas. Sergio said, Tom, that's what I thought. Art LeBeau is everywhere. Yeah. Person he was in GP, you never, since Cricket's video, Aaron was with the ex-big. Yeah, Aaron was with Jaime over there. Aaron was in GP in prison, not in jail. Yeah, he probably wasn't when he was in the jail. Orale Thickalicious, says Sergio. Thanks, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the feds in Connecticut. Cuba fam just tapping in to say hello, watching these fights. With Jaime from South Phoenix, yeah. Chewy, cellmate featuring Tavis. It's powerful message. It's not what it means by cellmates. It's flipping everything around. EJG. Watch out. EJG's in. And well, it's not too late. But it's Saturday, too. No work tomorrow, EJG? Tom said UFC puts all that out there because a story like that sells tickets. At the end of the day, UFC is an entertainment business and those stories sell seats. LM Rhymes said, Tom is right. All celebrities go to PC and Califas, just how they do it over there. Awesome person, not name. Yeah, but then in the Pinta, they go to General Pop, right? Because what was that vato's name that's, what's his name? That was in the superhero. What's his name, babe?
I don't know.
The superhero dude with the outfit, with the thing on his chest.
Superman?
No, with the little nuclear
Spider-Man?
thing. The nuclear thing on his chest.
I don't know.
He built it himself. What's his fucking name? The vato from the Brat Pack shit in the 80s. When he got locked up, went to prison. The actor.
I don't really remember the Brat Pack. I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Someone will say it. But he was in. I thought I heard he was in General Pop in the joint in the state. Cain Velasquez comes from humble beginnings. That's what Cricket's trying to say. Yeah. All celebs get a red ID band. Red is PC in Cali, said Tom. AZ Diablo in the house. What's cracking? Sending my respects to everybody. Hey, my mother and father were honest, hard workers. However, my brothers and I were gang members who all went to prison. It was our environment that lured us. AZ Diablo, what's good, my brother? Said Bubba Mesa. Awesome person. I was in Towers with DMX at Tom. Okay, so yeah, they didn't PC up celebrities in Arizona. I think it's just if it was a real high profile case, they would do it. AZ Diablo said Cain did with a lot of people living that life would never do. 480 said, I used to hear if a vato grew up in the suburbs and pretended to be a gangster from the hood and he's really born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Yeah, I mean, that was something that we would make fun of, obviously.
No, I'm not just talking about like gang members or or I mean people like from the suburbs that try to be gang members. I'm just talking about anybody in general. Like, why does it have to be a sad story? Like, it can never just be like, oh yeah, he had really good parents, he came for his mother was this and that. Like, you don't hear those stories. Like, they want to hear oh, he didn't have nothing, he was poor, he was, you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's fair to those kids that, because their
Yeah,
parents could give them things, you know.
yeah.
Their
Well,
story wouldn't be told before the other one,
yeah, well, that's true. And
That's not fair.
I just think it's because of they want to tell the David versus Goliath story, the overcoming adversity shit.
Yeah,
But
and my point is it doesn't make you less of a person
yeah,
if you did have those opportunities in life. And if somebody who didn't have the same opportunities as you, it doesn't make you less of a person. It just doesn't.
yeah. Ben Gueva said Cain Velasquez was born in Northern Califas but was raised in Yuma. He went to K of A High School in Yuma. He then was NCAA wrestling champ at ASU. Yeah, I remember all that. LM said, I know Arizona don't do that with celebrities because I was locked down with the Phoenix Cardinal and East Unit. Also did time with the guys who did the monk killings. Oh, you talking about the shit? That was a big ass story, bro. The temple, the Buddhist temples killings. I was in juvenile with them vatos. Chilling Bubba, have you been good, brother? Hope you've been good, brother. Said AZ Diablo. Mark Gonzaga said, back in the day, Pablo used to pick up my Sanchez primo, and I knew the vato wasn't built that way. He had just got out. I could tell he didn't want to go with Pablo, and one day he went into hiding. Oh, yeah.
What?
He's
Oh,
saying,
that's crazy.
huh?
I read it. It's crazy.
What's up, AZ Diablo 602? Yeah, Pablo's treacherous, bro. That dude he's a snake upon some, he's a snake above snakes, but he was a trip.
I think he's the type of person that would like stab you in the chest so that you can see the knife. You know what I mean? Not in the back. He's a special type.
Yeah, he went crazy for a while. I remember. So when the Border Brothers stuff was going on, one of them threw shit on him, before, and he was about to get out. And this fool actually got out, man, and just went. He just started like trying to take out paisas on the street because they did that to him. And it was like just innocent other paisas, me. Just if they were paisa, he was trying to whack them, and he did quite a few. It was a trip, man. 480 said, what's up, AZ Diablo 602? Again, only county jail do it in Cali, not the state pen. Oh, okay. What was that dude's name, though? I'm trying to remember his damn name that plays, I can't even remember the name of the Mega Man. No, not Mega Man. That's the video game. AZ Diablo, I'm doing good, bro. Just chilling. I believe that Tom MCSO had it out for DMX. Tom, my brother, what's up? Also, what's up, bro? Now that none, I take Sundays off. Right there. Yep, I was with Earl Simmons when they found all the dead pit bulls at his house. Oh, yeah, DMX. Hey, Bubba, that was DMX. Remember he was
Oh yeah. When he was fighting the dogs.
Yeah. Hey, Bubba, glad to see you here. EJG, what's good, bro? Iron Man. Yep, that's the one. Iron Man. What's his name? The dude's name. He was Torcido. Robert Downey Jr. Simon. Yeah, that was the one. Because I remember he did time in Cali, and I think they had him in General Pop and stuff. He's out on bond or locked up in the county. Cain. I think he's locked up. I know he went in with a no bond, but I don't know if they've given him one yet or not. I'm not sure. talking about Robert Downey Jr., yeah. In Cuevas. Everyone loves a rags to riches story. I agree, Mrs. Cricket. It doesn't make you any less an awesome person.
Yeah, no, it's just like you guys are building generations. So if somebody told your guys' grandkids, you know, oh, your college doesn't count because you had your parents' help, how would you feel about that? Because the other kid that went in their class, had to struggle to get, their college tuition and all that. We're building generations here. So I'm just saying, like, I've heard that before, and I'm like, I don't think that's fair.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was definitely not fair. I'm not sure if there's much that can be done about it. I think it's always going to be people.
And I don't think that like the parents or the grandparents get any praise for it because they did walk a straight path and were able to provide for the next generation and the next generation. Like,
Yeah. 259-307 is DMX ADC number. Man, 259. Awesome person said, but there is this quote: hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. It's a long ass quote.
I'll have to read that again later.
Why would Cain be in PC? Because Raza would extort Cain. Yeah, right. That fool would whoop like 4 of California best prison fighters at once. Yeah, but the administration ain't gonna take that chance. It's a liability. You know what I mean? They'll probably just lock him down because of that. They'll think that someone will try and extort him, and if he gets hurt, that's on their ass. So, but I had to get it in before I forgot. LOL, said Ben Cuevas. Oh, I missed it. And
That's
yes,
what.
before I forget, Jovan, you got lucky with cricket, girl. I was reading the Robert.
What's up that, Ben?
Yeah, I was reading the Robert Downey Jr. stuff, and I missed that.
Oh, it's okay. You can miss it.
No,
You
it's
can miss. I hate you both.
absolutely true. Oh, right now when he said I forgot to get it in before I forget, I had to get it in.
Whatever. You can forget next time. That's okay with me.
She knows, bro. You don't got to remind her. That's all she's trying to say. You don't got to keep reminding her. She knows.
No, that's no.
There's cases that will make general population, but it's rare because of extortion. It's really easy for people with money to be extorted. Yeah, that's for damn sure. 480 C-Town, they do it purely out of liability. Yeah, it's the liability. I can relate to Paulo. I've been beating up guys named Doug. I got your back, Cricket. Appreciate it. Yeah,
You know a bunch of Dougs?
I never even heard that stupid name before. That was a whole new fucking conversation right there that we had. You guys.
You've heard that name before. Stop.
Doug? No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
The one I heard
Then
was the other little idiot that claimed the West Side Chicanos or whatever.
oh, he tried, but he didn't.
Oh yeah, he can't refuse PC Tom because if he goes to prison, it looks bad. He was in PC in county. But I think most people will get it. I think in that case, I don't know. Because I don't think that's, well, who knows? I don't know how it works. 480 C-Town now, he can't refuse. It's all AdSeg, and everyone knows all celebs go to PC. The yard don't trip on that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they do.
So, whoever he shot, did they die?
Nah, the vato didn't die. And I think they said that it was the dad that got shot in the car or somebody else. I don't want to start spreading rumors. I'm not positive. I've read different stories, but.
Oh, but nobody died, though.
No, nobody died.
Oh,
and he didn't hit the right dude. That's the thing. He the guy that he was trying to blast didn't get shot.
oh.
Bubba Mesa, what's up, bro? Same shit here. How you doing? Said EJG. Yeah, that's the. I don't know, man. That one is like, you know what the right thing is, and so but it's tough to condemn him for that. You know what I mean? Like, it's so hard to say what an individual, like, if you speak about yourself, what you would do in that position. You know what I'm saying? Your little girl, your little boy gets molested. Like, the first response is obviously what he did. You know what I mean? The dude isn't no gangster. He's not out there trying to hurt people. It's not it's not a, what would you call it, like a threat to society type thing.
Isn't it maybe like he just went crazy for a second? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, well, that'll be the.
there's some people that just don't think, me, I would think of if something happened to my son, I
Yeah,
would say, well, you know what? I'm going to go do this, but you know what? Now I gotta, hey, I'm going to be in jail for almost all my life now. So do I go do this and not see the people who are around me, like you, my parents, my nieces and nephews? Is it worth it to me? And maybe I would be like, hey, it is worth it to me. I'm going to go do this because
yeah, but
I'm ready. I'm ready for it,
I think that's where it comes in, where it's kind of like heat of passion thing. You don't think that way when.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think maybe he thought that way.
Yeah, of course, no, that's the thing. It's a heat of passion. Like the all that thinking about the consequences goes out the window when something like that happens. You know what I'm saying? So I think. I mean, I know the laws don't take it into account, but the court might. You know what I'm saying? So, but the hard part is there's still consequences, and they might.
You you think
Unfortunately, you
he
probably.
could like plead like insanity like for a second, like
Yeah,
like
you'd have to. I mean, that's hard.
you just black out.
That's real hard to prove. It doesn't work that way. It's not like the movies. Like, I mean, he could. They'll. I don't know. It's just again, crime of passion would probably be better than insanity, but nevertheless, he's probably gonna get time. Yeah, that's what I would think. They're gonna give him time. They're not gonna. I mean, the consequences are still there. It's almost blanket now, where it's like mandatory minimums and all that stuff. Like the judge doesn't even have a lot of leeway to give him a quebrada. So who knows? It's tough.
Yeah.
Tom says, sounds like a 10-piece is in Kane's future. Could be. I think they charged him with a few attempt murders. Like whoever, I think there was 2, 3 people in the car. So he got like 2 or 3 charges of it. It's fucked up. Any new info on the nonprofit? How long do you think before kickoff? So I got an email yesterday from them. I'll let you see like the first this is the first part from the lawyer. So he says it looks like we're getting finalization on the corporate documents that I previously sent. And said he'll be working on the Form 1023 materials now that we have a nonprofit organization. The nonprofit needs to apply to the IRS for formal recognition. So that's what's happening right now. The nonprofit is already there. It's already a corporation. Um, we just need to get tax exempt status from the IRS. So that's the form that's being put in now. So I'm hoping in 2-3 weeks before actual everything gets kicked off and it's time to start working. Tom said, "No, this will go down premeditated, and he shot the wrong dude. They're gonna fuck him up." Yeah, unfortunately, I think so, man. Heat of passion is when you catch it in the act, bro. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know all the little. That's why I'm saying like the laws are pretty black and white. There's not a lot of gray area.
And was it confirmed that that family member or friend was molested?
I don't know. I mean, none of that is actually being confirmed. They're even just saying that it's alleged that that was what happened. You know what I mean? So 480 said Robert Downey Jr. used to be a mean tecato. Background in the day, I was hiding it from his dad. Oh, he was hiding it from his dad and everyone else, but overcame it. Ben said crazy shit about the McDonald's shooting. The victim and shooter were McDonald's employees and were arguing in the restroom. I wonder what that restroom argument was about. LOL, just kidding. Yeah, it's great. I mean, fuck, this motherfucker taking gun to work with him. Que gacho. And there ain't no beating that. You know what I'm saying? You went to work and did your shit. Like it's kids, man. 16 years old. It's crazy what the human mind is capable of doing when put in certain situations, says Diablo. Yeah. Latusa said, Tom, true that. White fence, it's called temporary insanity.
Oh, there you go. I get those sometimes, RJ. I get temporarily insanity. Insanity. How do you? No, I'm just kidding.
Insane,
Never mind.
temporary
Yeah.
insane.
Huh?
Temporarily insane.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Smart guy.
Ed said, it's not worth spending time in prison for this. Cain messed up. This is just my opinion. Yeah, I believe the same. The only thing is I can um, I can empathize with him. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Like, I think that you're right. He fucked up, but it's hard to judge him on it because it's just the dude isn't a bad dude. This isn't something that there's no pattern here. It's not like he was running around doing bad shit, and this is just the culmination of all of that. You know what I mean? Um, so what he deserves from this is what I think it should be the only argument here. I mean, fuck, it just sucks. Sergio said, "Is it hard to get tax exempt status?" That I'm not sure, bro. I don't think so. They're telling me that it's pretty much guaranteed that we're gonna get it. Just gotta fill out the stuff and get it done. So I don't think so. Anything we can do here in Arizona to prepare? Um, Not really, not yet, bro. I mean, it's basic. Once we get tax exempt status, it's just about doing fundraising with businesses and corporations. Well, same shit, but and governments. Just like for grants and stuff like that. So I mean, that's the only thing that is the next step. Once you get tax exempt, it's just kind of about hitting the ground running and approaching these different um, businesses and looking into what kind of government grants we fall under and we can put in for and request and just stuff like that. And then once we start getting the money coming in, then we can start putting some of these things into action and hopefully get a building, start building stuff for them, start doing stuff, um, just starting to put into practice a lot of this stuff that we talk about we want to do. So, Cricket, I just don't get why they would turn their backs on us all about that. You should have had a say. So when it came to your Ruka, all I could say, they're lost. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Listen, bro. Honestly, I'm glad it happened the way it did.
Me too.
I wouldn't be here if it didn't. Um, I was on my way to death row. There
I
was
wouldn't be here either. I'd be on another podcast with my new husband. I'm glad they did what they did. Thank you for showing who you guys really are.
they'd have like 4 subscribers, but whatever. Since they have nothing to talk about.
Really? Wow.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, it honestly, Mark, it was it fucked me up. Honest, I mean, like I don't know, it was I was all the way into the I fell for all the propaganda and shit. I was 100% with it. You know what I mean? And when that happened, it was surprising. It was all eye opening. It was all of those things that people say about shit like that. You know what I mean? Just it hit me hard. I couldn't believe what was that it was just ridiculous. I didn't get it. I was right there in the pod. They could have easily said, "Hey, Carnan, we don't think this is the right thing." Whatever, man. But unfortunately, or fortunately, that clica isn't about that. You know what I'm saying? They showed their true colors. It is that's what it is, and so I was through with it. And like I said, man, I think in the end it worked out in my favor because here I am. Uh, I'm able to now use that experience plus all the other experiences in my life. For to do something better with it. Not to say that it all happened for a reason. I don't believe that shit. You know what I mean? It happened. And now I can use that for something else. You know what I mean? There are experiences that now I can spread a message that I think is important to spread. So, you know. Benjamin Fierro, what's up, fool? What's up, brother? How you doing? Tom, and listen up, kid. That brown pride tattoo gonna cause Kane a shit ton of issues. He gonna earn it now. Yeah. They let him out on it. It's confirmed. They put the judge's name out there. Check out the San Jose News. They let him out on bail. Did they? That's good. I mean, they can fight it from out there and figure it out, man. Iron Man, Morton Downey Jr. Not Morton. Remember Morton Downey? That was that mouth bottle. YM is definitely right. When I got out and went to college and graduated top of my class, valedictorian, my family looked at me a lot different, like I was finally looked up to. So she is right, said LM.
Damn.
Before
Congratulations.
He said, before I graduated college, I built 3 501c3s, nonprofit, not-for-profit, and for-profit organizations. One was called the Construction Management Student Chapter of America.
Nice. That's amazing.
Ben Cuevas said, Jovan, there would probably be videos of some Mexicans chasing Doug all over town.
Oh,
That'd be the
you guys are so mean.
spread. You know, this fucking poor dude's out there getting talked about. And
I know. Okay, we're not going to talk about him anymore because that's not nice.
Yeah, we are.
No. He's out there living his life, and, here we are talking bad about him.
I changed my life, but not that much. Look at Tom. Spreading positive messages is better than spreading cheeks in the joint. And I'm sure he's talking about when we get searched, because
Huh?
I'm sure he's talking about when we get searched, in case anybody is talking about anything else. Geronimo said, LM rhyme, excellent, very good. Yes. But yeah, man, again, when I talk about it, all that happened, then I get upset, about it. But it's I'm not getting upset or because I wish it went a different way, or it was just a fucked up thing that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly thought that that I was loved in this organization, that I was parte, that I believe that whole carnalismo thing. I mean, you guys can ask Joanne. I would tell her, I wrote her letters saying, hey, my carnales come first before anyone and anything. And like, I was all the way about that Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Do you feel that it's because you felt like somebody actually loved you and you loved them back? And I was like,
nah, I mean,
since
I don't think it's
you weren't little, you didn't feel like loved or all that stuff. So you finally got that with this group of people, and then they did you the way they did.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think it's that deep. I get what you're saying, and I do think that it has. I mean, the lack of the looking for acceptance is obviously the reason that we get involved in clicas and all that. There's no doubt about that. But man, when you think about it, like it's not so black and white about just I thought they loved me type shit. It's not. It wasn't that. It was just it was more about. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I guess that's part of it, but it was also, I mean, look what I did for it. You know what I'm saying? That, like,
Yeah.
like, man, I'm actually willing, or have, not just willing. I'm throwing my life away. I'm sitting here pending a, multiple death penalty case that I'm fighting. Like, there was, we're here, been doing this. And it just seemed so petty what they did. Like, it was like, really? Like, the only thing that we had done was what has already been done before. You know what I mean? I told you, tell on me, period. I had already discussed, everything's on video. I'm hit. There's no beating this. So my thoughts were, well, I'm fucked. I'm going to go to death row. Let me figure out a way to make it so that you beat the case and you stay out there with my son. That was it. There was no, and I remember even like, Joanne didn't know anything about anybody else. She couldn't tell them anything about anybody else.
I really didn't.
So it wasn't even like I
was that slow. I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? Like, not slow, like I'm putting myself, but really, I was really that slow, like naive. Like, come on. Like, I was like in a room full of, this and that. And I didn't even know. I was like, oh, there was? They're like, you were in a room full of drugs and, this much worth. And I was like, I didn't have no idea. And I slept in that same room. Like,
Yeah.
I really was, like, I just
So that was my
didn't.
point. Like it was the only person she could say anything about was me. And so I was like, why not? Why not let that happen? I mean, it was happening anyway. Dreamer was going to do it. I was on video getting it done again. You know what I mean? It's already like there was no, so why not? And their excuse was lame. You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, it was just, and then what was even worse is it was Pablo. And I was like, man, I really thought Pablo and I were a lot closer than that. You know what I'm saying? I really did think that he and I were like, aside from Chino, he would be the one that I would say he was the next one that I was closest to. You know what I mean? And maybe Greyhound too around there, but just about great. Pablo would be right there at the top of that list if I was to talk about
Well,
it back then.
I'm glad everything happened the way it did, and I'm glad that they showed who they really are. And this just reminds you, like, I never used to talk to people like them and gave them a chance, and then this is what they do. Now they remind me why I didn't talk to people like them. You know, thank you for reminding me not to talk to people like you in an organization or a gang because you guys are just all backstabbers in the end. It's always who's gonna get who, you know.
Tom said, "No safe bandit here." Man, you still have to post your mission statement to the public for 30 days to become officially 501c3 after taxes. And it's just something you got to do this way. Anybody can scope your mission statement. Yeah, you don't have to do that in Maricopa County, so I think we're good there because that is. I think they sent me a paper that said if in Maricopa had a few counties where you didn't have to do that, so we didn't have to. That was the good thing, but we're waiting. So 480 C-Town said, and hit a house and he broke his back, lower and upper and ribs and head damage and died at the scene. But paramedics saved his life at the scene, but died Friday morning. Name was TJ, lived in South Phoenix. What happened, 480? Did 480 have something above where he said something else? It's like he just cut into that.
I don't see anything.
Stupid YouTube, man. He said Robert Downey Jr. used to be a mean tecato. That's the only one before that. You might have to
You
give.
talking about him?
No, I don't think he's talking about him. That's what I'm saying. I think he was telling us something else, and only the second part came out. Yeah. 2 subscribers, Cricks, LOL. He's like, LM is laughing at the.
Wow, we went from 4 to 2. Wow.
Just want to tip my hat to his dad and brother. He was 44 and a father, lying Phoenix, South Phoenix, but was from West Phoenix. Who, bro? Broke his back. All right, peoples, I'm calling it an early night. Gonna go play in the woods tomorrow, said Tom. You starting to train, brother? Be careful, Tom, bro, for real. We're not as young as we used to be. I mean, I am, but, you.
You said it. Yeah, be
Bro,
careful, Tom.
do you have a logo already designed? When you're ready, I'll sponsor the first round of camisas. You can sell them to raise funds. I don't have a logo yet, bro. Not for the actual nonprofit yet. We haven't put that together yet. Trying. Matter of fact, I think I'm in talks with somebody who said he would help me with all that. He's a graphic designer. I have to email him back. As a matter of fact, lots of people have reached out and really offered like different things. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think we're gonna get off on a. It's gonna kick off pretty good, man. I can say you made the right decision, Cricket. Said Mark Gonzaga. Yeah, thank you, brother. I believe that as well. Tom's gonna go practice for Ukraine, said awesome person. He said just got some Tannerite targets. Fucking Tom. I'll post videos. All right. LM Ryan said, Buenas noches, Cricket, YM, Geronimo, Chele, Chronicles, Familia. Got to get ready for God's work tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. All right, brother. Have a good night, carnal. Yes, I was. See you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll be doing the music thing. I was gonna do it tonight, but I think since we got into talking, we'll just stick with that, and then tomorrow we'll. Maybe we should do it like that anyway, Sunday night. But definitely see you tomorrow, brother.
Stop.
What are you doing, babe?
The baby's jumping on me. What? Yeah, Mama.
But yeah. So, did they catch the kid from McDonald's yet? The one that killed the other, or is he still on the run?
I don't know.
Pinche Doug.
Poor guy.
Whatever. He should have.
You don't get in my face, little girl. This little girl's all over me.
You see?
Oh, look at Mama. Who's that? He's waving hi, but you can't see her. Look, Mama. Look.
Hi. Cricket is still not caught, huh? Damn. Wow. That sucks, man. I mean, obviously it's worse for the people that lost their kid, but man, it sucks all the way around. So it's too bad we can't stop shit like this, man. Cricket, is there a West Side LCM? And if so, do you know anyone from there? Yeah, there is. West Side LCM claims 71st Ave. They had another one too, but the most well known one was 71st. And I had a real close federal that was from West Side LCM. Little Rob, Rob Flores, Robert Flores was his name. They called him Little Rob. Me and him, we got real close and cool vato, but he was from West Side LCM. They had another West Side LCM. I think it was, and I didn't even know this. I talked to another homie that was talking about it. I think they were 36th Ave, but 71st was the well known one. LM Rhymes said, "Buenas noches, hermano." Oh, Geronimo said that to LM Rhyme. 480 said, "My neighbor went out Thursday night to get money and got in a car accident on the way back on 7th Ave in Buckeye. My first part of the message was delayed because too long." He ended up wrecking into a chante and busted his back and shit.
Dang.
Man, crazy.
I'm sad.
Good night, delicious. Fuck you, Tom. Chill. Tom,
Well, I mean, you don't want to be like called chubby or fat or anything. You're not.
Fine.
None of those.
I'm fine with that.
No, because you're not. You're just a little thick.
Fuck that. Cut it out. What the hell?
Like a chocolate shake, vanilla shake.
Sunday nights, Cricket LeBeau, call, make your dedication. Guessy. Hey, man, and just so you guys know, too, anybody, if you guys want to come on and tell your story or just talk with, kick back and talk and all that, let us know, man.
Throw the link. Throw the link up right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. I'll do that now. Bam. You guys want to come on and bullshit with us? Or you got a serious thing to talk about, or you want to talk about?
I do want to say something really quick.
What?
Your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Shut the fuck up.
Just kidding. I'm sorry.
So, but yeah, anybody wants to come on, tell their little story or talk about anything, come on, man. Definitely do that.
Are you going to talk about what happened with Mijo recently or no?
That he got his car?
Yeah, you didn't tell everybody. He saved up his money and...
Yeah, my son saved up a bunch of money and, well, not a bunch, but, a good amount of money. And yesterday he bought himself his first car.
He saved up for what, like 2 years since 2020?
Yeah, pretty much.
He had that money?
Yeah, and so he ended up buying a car yesterday, and I went earlier and I bought him windshield wipers. I got Freon for his AC. Turning signals, bulbs. The bulbs I think were out, so I'm changing those out for him. And yeah, he's excited. He's been out there cleaning it, rubbing it down for 2 days.
Don't clean our car like that. Hey, now when you get in his car, make sure you leave your cups in there.
I know, right?
Make sure you leave your jacket in there. Okay, make sure you leave your stuff in there too.
I know. Paul Pedrosa says Sunday night's cricket bowl. Call make your already said that. Teenage on teenage crime, said awesome person. Javier said my wife dislikes me writing and sending money to my friends in prison. They're like my brothers, and that will never change. I prayed for a funeral of my childhood friend who died in prison. Told him I would. Oh, you paid for it, yeah. Yeah, Maruka doesn't trip too much about my. I obviously.
I think it's more of like the people who have remorse, the people who like walked away, the people who grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be 60 years old gangbanging. Like, come on, you got to grow up now. It was different when we were younger. It's
Yeah, I mean, I correspond.
not a good look anymore.
I correspond with probably 10, 15 ex-carnales. But, they're they're done with all that shit, obviously. And some of them are stuck in there forever. Some will be getting out here soon. But we don't really, I just do it. Maruca ain't tripping. Ben Cueva said News 15 has the video surveillance of him and they're still looking for him.
Damn.
If you search teenage shootings in Phoenix, unfortunately, there's a lot of results. An awesome person. Yeah, I don't doubt it. We can stop it, Grillo. We likely just won't see it, but the youngsters that make it out will know. Yeah. Oh, no, I definitely believe that we can stop some. I do believe, I wouldn't waste my time if I didn't think so. Doing all this with the nonprofit and all of this stuff that I'm doing is because I believe that it needs to be done. A lot of these stories need to be told. A lot of the truth needs to be out there. So, I just know that we're not going to 100% be able to stop it, which is obviously the ideal situation. But I honestly, I do believe that we can touch quite a few that will turn their life around based on a lot of the stuff that I think that we can tell them. I do believe that. 480 said, yeah, Sunday night we can do the music. It's more kickback on Sundays. Yeah. Sergio said, white fence, LOL. Ben Cueva said, I think the other West LCM was by Carl Hayden by Falcon Park. My friend from work used to be from there and is Slow Lermos Primo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was, I can't remember. Where's Carl Hayden at? 35th, right? So, yeah, I think it's 36th.
Somewhere over there.
Huh?
Somewhere over there. My dad went there.
Yeah. So I think it's 36th was the West Side LCM. Laughed my ass off. Attaboy, little white fence, said Sergio.
Yeah, my baby purchased his first big thing.
That's a proud parent moment, which you should have shared. Cricket props to you and Joanne for the life steps, Gordo. Yeah, he did that last night. I don't know if I can, let me see. That picture that I sent you, babe.
Well, I don't know if he wants his car business out there, so you should ask him before you do that.
I don't need to ask my son permission for nothing.
Yeah, he'll go on here and copyright you. Cease and desist.
Trying to see. I could probably put it. We'll figure it out later, but Miss Cricket, what kind of feeling was it when Cricket first passed you a gun to hide it after a homicide? Just kidding, LOL. I never did.
No, didn't.
I never did that. By the time I went home, we'd get rid of all that stuff. I would just go and pick her up and we'd go to the hotel. I remember how would it, there was so many guns in that house. It was
I remember one time I picked up your gun, but with like 2 fingers, and I moved it, and I'm like, oh my god, now my fingerprints are on it, and I like hurried up and cleaned it.
Yeah,
I was like so scared.
I would sleep with a Mac 11 next to us in the bed, like right there with her and I in bed, and I'd have that thing next to me.
Oh, we didn't have a bed at first. We were on the floor.
Yeah, on the floor, but
Jesus.
I'd have it right there next to me. And but that's the point. You know what I mean? Like imagine living like that. It was just, I mean, it was normal then, obviously, but it sucks to
Live that way.
to know that some of these kids are growing up that way and living that way. It's not. There's nothing good about it. You know what I mean? I know a lot of us look at it as it was normal and it's just what it is. But
Yeah,
hopefully,
normal for you, not me.
yeah, yeah. But you were there. I mean, you saw it.
Yeah, I was just always scared that I was gonna get shot. I was like, I know it. I feel it. I feel like I'm gonna get shot.
And you almost did a couple times.
Yeah, shit, no shit. Fuck.
That was fucking fools are stupid. Always shooting on accident the guns in the house and shit. What kind of car did Gordo purchase? Tell him I say congrats. He got a little sports car. It's nice. He's happy with it. I told him he should have got something a little more practical, but he's happy with it, and so I'm happy for him. 480 said, can't do it tonight. No haircut or shave. Shit, me neither. Look at me. I look like a goddamn Grizzly Adams. A little quick story from the past because I'm not going to hide my face. Nothing to hide. And if I did, I'll still go up. Can't be scared now, said 480. Heart Life said, watching old vids, man, I used to buy products from Condor. I remember when he passed in 95. Yeah. Yeah. Condor. Condor was a trip. 35th Avenue, Missouri, said G.
Tita,
The Dum
you
Dum
you
is
just got in. No, don't eat that, little girl. Give me that.
been seeing Wetback Power with a 13er on the south side. Does that mean Doble is starting to be more of a Chicano gang or maybe just kids? I think Doble always put 13 on it. In Arizona, honestly, bro, it didn't, I don't know, man. It wasn't really reflective of the Emmett too much. I mean, because you guys know, it wasn't a Sureño thing in Arizona. It was supposed to be more about um, the Emmett thing, but we didn't really. I don't know. It got to us from the older vatos, and we didn't really even know what we were doing. You know what I mean? It was so I don't know what Doble is doing now, if that's what it's about or not. But you know, sometimes I think that it's just because it became a fad type thing. You know. Javier said, I know a lot about cars. Been stealing them since I was 13. Back then, you could rent an apartment for less than 500 on the south side. They made good crime headquarters. Yeah, shit, I know. That was everywhere. You can get them for good little apartments for 400 everywhere. Nowadays, shit, fucking one bedrooms are like $1,200. Ridiculous. Me and Maruka gotta look for a place out there once, when I move out there.
It's hard. It's hard. Like, I mean,
Talk
I
about
saw I saw these apartments that, I mean, they're okay, but they're not that great. 1,700. I'm like, what the heck? It's just I don't know.
Yeah, it's just gone up so much, right? The market.
Yeah, and then when I call and ask about their pricing, they're like, "Well, that's what the price is today, but it can go up." I'm like, "What do you mean it can go up?" They're like, "Well, every month the rates, like, they fluctuate like the hotel. One day it's this high, this, depending on, I forgot what she said, but it just every month the rate can go up or stay the same. So it's just going to be difficult trying to find a place. I, I've been trying.
All based on the market movement,
Yeah, I think that's what she said.
It's crazy. It is going up pretty damn high. I know that.
I think the cheapest ones I've seen is like 1,000, like 500, 1,600. And I mean, they get cheaper, when you go more into the city, but I mean, still, I can't be too far from my job, and then we can't be like in the middle of everything either, so.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. We just got to keep on looking, I guess. But I wanted to see if we can find a chante that we can maybe just rent. I mean, we don't want to
I
buy it.
can't. I've been looking at houses to rent,
Yeah.
and they all start at like 2,000. No joke. And if it's a 2-bedroom, it's like 1,800. Because you have the yard, and I'm like, how? I'm like, what the heck?
Arizona's
And
changing so much.
yeah,
Let me see. Always
I'm just not having any luck. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not having any luck finding anything.
I'll find something. Angel said, always good to hear from you and La Senora. Good luck on the car, white fence, and little white fence to all the family. Gracious Geronimo.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Javier said, yeah, you look like Grizzly Adams. He also wore 4X shirts.
Oh,
4X? Damn, you put me in some big ass shit.
dang.
Che, Javier. El Prophet Loco. Was Condor a calle jale or in house? Don't hear his name is good or bad. No, he got out. He was on the streets, but when he got out, he was bad already when he got out. But he had a crew of vatos that believed he was still good, and he was running around with that crew still doing stuff in the name of the Lismo. And so him, and when they killed when they ended up killing ¿cómo se llama? Man, I'm fucking can't believe I'm not remembering names now. Well, they killed a carnal at the club, and that carnal was in good standing, and so like the vatos that did it with him thought they were doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it was Condor. They thought Condor was still in good standing, and it was a bunch of vatos from his neighborhood, 35th, and it was just. But yeah, I mean, he was already at that time by then in bad standing. It was just a trip. 480 said, like in the movie Goodfellas, our girls love us at first when we first meet, and later in time want us to be different, man, and one day after the next. That's true. A lot of rucas think they can change the dude, It ain't gonna happen. Not like that.
Sometimes you can. If you really love somebody, you're willing to change for them.
Yeah, but if
I mean, you obviously loved me and our son and didn't let them kill us. So
yeah, but I didn't change. I didn't do that because I didn't change because I loved you. It wasn't like I mean, it's different. I think the problem is, rucas. If you love someone, why do you want them to change? You obviously love them for what they were, right?
yeah, but we're talking about criminal activity.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's different, but I mean, ultimately, of course, the love I had for you and my son wasn't going to allow the betrayal from them fools. There's no way.
I think love can change people. I think it can.
Why don't y'all sell and buy here and just settle down here? Well, that was the plan. Because the chante we bought out here is actually, I think now it has like 60,000 in equity in it. But since our son doesn't want to come home with us, we're gonna leave him the house. So, and it's good for us anyway. We'll have property still somewhere, and then eventually we'll buy something out there.
And if we sold it, we would never get what we paid for out there here.
Yeah,
No way.
Yeah, the prices are too much now out there. I read that the AZ market is a bubble. It's gonna burst. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
It's just inflating like crazy. 480 said, I was just giving a shout out to my neighbors, TJ and his brother and dad, because TJ lost his life on Friday morning in that car accident. I knew him. TJ was his name, was a good dude, always helping others. Shout out to TJ, bro. My condolences to his family, man.
Yeah.
You got you. LM Rhymes said 6 months ago there was 4 youngsters shot at Mesa Apartments. That was 4 youngsters I tried to take off of the streets and gave them a microphone to record their music. They chose to gangbang and die. Damn.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Some of them, you know, you can only do so much sometimes. Not everybody is gonna listen to what we think is the right path, and just sad, man. Especially when you're trying to reach out like that, and you know that what you're telling them is is the right thing. You know what I mean? You're trying to tell them what it is, and it comes down to that. Like they choose the other path for whatever reasons, and you can't reach them, and but we just can't look at it like a failure on our part either. I mean, we can only do our best, and but if we look at it as a failure, then we may end up wanting to give up because we think, what I mean. We just can't look at it like that. We just can't reach them all, and that's how we need to see it. Yeah, Cricket can't say what car his son bought. Remember, can't tell the world what kind of car his son drives. It's just a little sports car. Heart Life said there was this big Schwarzenegger built Mexican that went by Chino in 1996. Massive tattoo of the Virgen Guadalupe on his back. Cool guy, but got hit in the kitchen at Kaibab. Ring a bell at all. Chino and Kaibab.
Max.
Douglas Kaibab. So there's a Chino from the old Emma that got hit. That may be him, but I don't remember his real name. And I don't know if that's him or not, honestly. I couldn't say for sure. Was anybody in Kaibab in '96 that remembers that? Where was I in '96? I think I was in writing unit. Sometimes women love the idea of you, said awesome person. Yeah. Puro pedo, Cricket, you're a good sport. I wouldn't talk shit in person. I'm a gacho net banger, que no? It's all good, brother. I get
Net finger?
Yep. Internet.
Oh,
Let's see.
net finger.
Bro for Loco. Good question. I think only Condor really knows. Rest in peace. Oh, what did he ask? Profe. What did Profe ask about Condor? Oh, was Condor a calle, a jale, or in-house? Oh, my bad. I see the question now. It was in-house. That was in-house. I'm trying to think of the name of I don't know how I don't remember. I did a whole video on it. The carnal that he killed, he actually died on his birthday. So,
Dang.
yeah.
On his birthday?
Well, Condor killed the other carnal. Fuck, what was it, man? I gotta think of it. I can't.
On his birthday?
No, Condor killed that other carnal, and then on that carnal's birthday, they killed Condor.
The hell?
Yeah. So you would be renting and paying the mortgage. No, we'll be renting, and my son and his Theo that are going to stay out here will be paying all the mortgage and the bills here at this chante. They're keeping basically because we were gonna sell and move home, and we thought our son was gonna come with us. He doesn't want to, and his uncle is here with him. He doesn't want to either. So instead of them moving into an apartment, we said, well, why don't you guys just stay in the house? The bill's going to be about the same. The mortgage is about our mortgage is only like $1,000. So between 3 of them, paying the bills here, they'll be able to, pay the mortgage and whatever bills. And my girl and I can, rent out there in Arizona in the meantime. And so the house is getting paid over here. My son and them, they have somewhere to stay. It's actual house, not an apartment. Don't have to worry about shit. And we'll be out there. So that's the plan. That's why we decided not to sell, so that they have somewhere. Money Dog said, "Hey, did you ever meet that Vato Bruno or hear of him? He was a brother." Yeah, Bruno was also from Southside 35th. And the carnal that Condor killed is the one that killed Bruno. And for the life of me, I'm not remembering the name right now. For whatever reason, I can't believe it. I have pictures of him. I did a whole video on it, man. So if someone can remember, help me out here. His name was, man, he was oh, you know what? I know where I can look. Give me 1 second. I got it right here. Let me see if I got it. I know I do. Let's see. Did the pizza burn? No, I didn't. Sapo from Tolleson was there. Said hard life. Was he? I'll ask him. That's what I heard. That's what's up. And you can always refinance or get a loan or credit if you need it. Yeah, line of credit for the house, Simone. Let me grab my tablet real quick. Oh, so the carnal, give me a few minutes. I got a actual membership list that I usually can look at. I don't know why I don't remember homie's name, but he was out there with him and Jaime were out there together. And okay, Cheo, that's who it was. So Cheo was from Southern Meadows, and Bruno and Condor and them were from Southside 35th. Cheo, his girl, his old lady, was Condor's sister. So that's how they were able to get him. So they had shot at Cheo a few times. Condor was already through, but he was playing the parte with his crew. And they ended up killing Cheo. I believe in Purple Turtle, I think is where they killed Cheo at. I think, don't quote me on that, but it was in a club. They killed Cheo. It was Purple Turtle. They blasted him with AKs. There was a shootout. Cheo ran out of bullets and then he got killed. So Cheo got killed. I'll go back first. A few months before that, Cheo ended up killing Bruno on the west side of an apartment complex. So Cheo killed Bruno, and then a few months later, Condor killed Cheo, and then a little bit after that, on Cheo's birthday, they killed Condor. So that's how all that one went down. I remember Bruno and Cheo had a like they kind of argued. There was an issue because Bruno wrecked Cheo's Cadillac. He had a Cadillac all hooked up with rims and hydros and all that shit. And Bruno wrecked it and left it for the cops. And they had an argument over that, and some stuff happened, and then, all that. So 480 said, yeah, because the girl's like a gangster. If he was one in the beginning and still doing criminal activity, and the girl wants to straighten up the guy, but he's not ready to change, and he's not ready to change. Yeah, it happens. It happens.
I just think that some people, that get with somebody and they say, oh, change your life. It's because they want better for you and they feel like you're worth it. You know what I mean? That's probably why they want to change you. Want to change somebody,
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, once they get in it, sometimes they may see it's a little deeper than they thought. And they don't want, they want to, or they're afraid that you're going to get locked up and they'll be without you, or whatever the situation is. Because we definitely, I mean, uh, I was, I never lasted out there. Um, but we knew it. Like me and Maruka, I don't know, we never really talked about it like that, right, babe? We didn't, it was kind of just, we accepted it, right? I got locked up and oh, well, I'm locked
I
up.
think we did. I don't think we like really talked about it, and you know, things didn't really get serious till once I got pregnant. And then once the baby came, it just everything changed because it wasn't about us anymore. We
Yeah.
were just young, you know, having fun, just being stupid, you know. But once, like I said, once I had Mijo,
Mm.
that it just like it was like a light switch, you know, just light
Yeah.
bulb just went off in my head. Like, hey, look at there's this you're in charge of this human being's life.
Yeah.
I was alone in the hospital. You were locked up, and I'm looking at this little baby, looking at his face, and I'm just like, that's it. Like it's not about us anymore. You know what I mean? And this has to stop. The in and out of jail and you know these so-called people that we call our friends. Like it's about us three now. And so it just something just clicked. You know, from after I had him.
Yeah. And I remember when you came and told me you were pregnant in the county. I mean, we kind of thought before I got locked up, I remember we thought maybe, remember? We thought maybe you were pregnant, but you hadn't gone and got tested yet. Then I got locked up and you went and got tested. And I remember you came to visit me and you told me, that you were pregnant. And, but I remember, do you remember that, in that case, I was facing the 13 years and we kind of just, it was like almost like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. Remember, like it wasn't, we weren't, because I even remember I don't know if you do, when they tried to offer me if I snitched, they would drop my drop the time, remember, or some bullshit like that. And I
Yeah.
told you, yeah, they're trying to get me to rat and they'll let me out. And I remember you said, no, thank you. We'll just go ahead and do our time.
Yeah. I guess I just always knew in my heart, I guess, and I know that might sound like, come on, you know what I mean? I guess I just always knew that we'd end up together out here, raising our son and being together, even if it meant like all these years in between. But I just always knew that. I always had that feeling, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
That's why, like, I kept Mijo in your life and stuff, because I'm like, no, you need to know your dad. You need to know who he is, because when he gets out, we're going to continue our family. We're going to continue what we started. I guess I just like always knew that. And I don't know if that's kind of, what's that word? Like, not cocky to think that, but like, I just knew. It was just weird. Like, I just, like, yeah, I know we're going to be together, you know? I never thought that you were going to go away for a long time or that we were never going to see you or I don't know. I just always had that feeling that we were going to be out here together and raise our kid
Yeah.
because it's me and I always get my way. So, you know,
Please.
my privilege said that you were good. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
That's exactly what it was. Your damn privilege.
My privilege saved your life. You're welcome. I'm kidding. I just always had that like feeling in my heart that we would be together and, you know,
Yeah. I'm grabbing some pictures to show right here, real quick.
of what.
Different people. So they were asking about Bruno. So I'm gonna
Oh,
pull that out real quick, and I got a few others. I want you're gonna trip out right now when you see some of the ones that I have, um, because this is the time. This is when I'm in there I'm fighting the gun case, so I'm not in these pictures. But we took other ones at this time, I remember. But I want so people can see. Um, a lot of these people, I mean, some people may not even remember who these people are, or know who they are actually. But I'll show you too, see if you remember what kind of. There's one that you're gonna trip out on for real.
Well,
Okay.
put it up.
Well, yeah, I'm taking them. I'm taking screenshots right now of them. I'm getting them, and then I'm gonna put them right now. I think that's it.
I know this is totally off subject, but I'm so sick and tired of this cocoa melon.
She's watching it.
Yes.
That's funny.
I remember it's like all the songs and stuff, and then I even go to work singing these dang songs.
There's a picture of everybody talks about Trigger, right? I'm gonna show a picture of Trigger and see if people if they pictured him looking like this. Montes Mario.
I was gonna say something, but I don't want you to get mad.
What? Say it.
No, you wouldn't get mad. You'd just be like, whatever.
Say it.
I'll tell you later.
These are a bunch of pictures. I wanna. Oh look, I got one of. Let me get that. I'm gonna take both of them. I'm sure people are on the comments, but I'm not looking at that right now. Answer the comments, babe, if I'm not seeing something.
Oh no, I can't read them like you.
All right, I'll get them right now.
I don't even know where you left off.
Get it right now. All right, I'm back. So I'll start putting these in right now, but I want to say this. I want to show this or answer these. Things have a way of working out. You and your wife are young. My dad used to say, El sol sale para todos. You and Jovan have a good future. Yeah.
Thank you, Javier.
Do you think before the internet and cell phones, fools tried to get away claiming the least one when in bad standing or if they walked away? Yeah, they did that quite a bit, bro. There was a few people like that. There were no wetback power in my neighborhood with 13 on them because they're usually from Mexico and never been blessed to have 13 because they're a street gang, not a prison clique. Art Life said, I mentioned you to my friend Dino, David Rocha. We met up at Magic Mountain. He referred to you as the guy from Arizona with a smile. Noel Leon said, respects whatever happened to Juanillo and Danny Flores from the 520. Are they still active? So Danny Flores, that's Chapo. I write him now. He's not active anymore. I'm trying to get his number approved so we can get him on here too to talk. I'm waiting for that. So he's done. Chapo walked away from it. Juanillo is at a state right now, and I hear conflicting things, so I'm not too sure about that, bro. Money Dog said his name was Pete. Whose name was Pete, bro? Awesome person said, that's what's up, Miss Cricket. You kept the faith because that the odds were not on your favor.
They weren't. Everything was against us, but because of our own doing. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, look who I was hanging out with. Look what he was doing. People don't stop doing things until they get caught. It's not about luck, being lucky or unlucky. It's sometimes you create your own faith. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that Vato J, you blasted a grip of Vatos before he got shot because ran out of slut. What happened? He was a good aimer with his firework. I told Cricket I want to know more of his story, and he got made on the outs. Who's that? 480. Mark Gonzaga said, "Cricket, do you really want to go back home?" Yeah, bro, I do. I think the only way that the nonprofit is going to work is if I'm at home to at least get it started. I don't think that I need to be present for it to continue. I'm obviously want to set it up in a way where I'm not. It doesn't take me to run it. I want that thing to work to continue forever. If it can, to actually be a nonprofit. Beyond me, but I think in order to get it started and really, do what I envision, I have to be out there. Being out here is not going to work. Heart Life said, "Oh, that friend Dino. Yeah, I can't remember his nickname, but his name was Pete. I was locked up with him. I should know," said Money Dog. Who? Who was Pete? I don't know what he's talking about. Hey, did you ever meet that vato? Oh, Bruno. Yeah. Is that who you're talking about, Pete, brother? Bruno? Because I'll tell you right now. I got the name. This fucking thing. Let me see. Let's see if I can. I got so many. This list of people. Because around that time, that's when Code Red had got killed también. Then Bruno, obviously, and Condor and Cheo. Cheo was there. Him and Jaime Sanchez got shot when they got at that Sevilla's restaurant by the bouncer when Code Red got killed. So Bruno's name was Ralph Rodriguez. If that's the one, because that's what I don't know who Pete is. But you're not talking about that one. I don't know who Pete is. Joanna, I had that same feeling in '93 when my son was going to be born. The game changed for me and adult life got real. It was time to move. You're right.
Yeah, it's a crazy feeling, but it's a good feeling. It's like I have a responsibility now. This life depends on me, and it just changes your whole way of living. It's crazy. I feel like he saved us sometimes.
I saved you?
The baby.
Oh. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Oh,
A little more me.
stop.
Just play. Let me see. I'm trying to deleting some of these other ones so I can put. So this is. Try and get these pictures that. Oh, they're on. Yeah, they're on desktop. Where are you at? Okay. I want to show this picture right here. Oh, and there's another good one. Look at. I'm gonna show this one first. I got Chopper right here. As soon as it gets good, hold on. Let me see the comments. So that's my era, 94 to 96, West Phoenix. Mine too. I mean, I got locked up in 95. Miss Cricket, the other day you said Cricket went through everything, but you did as well because y'all married a couple. It's great to hear the perspective of the wife. Perspective of the wife's story of the past of a gangster wife.
No, I don't know. I don't feel like I went through much. I just think that I can't believe how stupid we were. I can't believe how we gambled with our lives. I'm glad that we didn't play those games after my son was born. And yeah, when I had my son, it got real quick. But luckily, I like I said, I had my family to help me when I was at work. They would watch him, and but it got real quick because I was always working. I always had 2 jobs. I was just always busy working. That was like the story of my life, but I had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I mean, we did play with life for a minute there. Please keep my older brother in prayer, Chronicles. Emergency medical situation. All right, Geronimo.
Well,
Simon,
I'm sorry about that.
put that out there for everybody. Did you make plans to ask Cricket in holy matrimony as well? Said awesome person.
First of all, some percent, no, I did not. And no, and it's not gonna happen. So
Ducky
that's
boy
that.
got out and went right back in straight sad. Did he really? Hmm. Will do, Geronimo. Will do, Geronimo. Said awesome person and Javier. So when you did all this time, did your girl wait for you or did you get out and hook back up? Nah, she pretty much waited. She was there throughout the whole tiempo. Uh, it wasn't really. I mean, when I got out. I mean,
It was only 13 years, right?
yeah, 13, 14 years, something like that.
That went by quick. Well, no, not the first, like 4 or 5, because that was me raising a baby by myself. So that was like, you know, that just felt like forever. But I mean, yeah, I think it went by pretty quick. What about you? You think it went quick?
Yeah, I mean, looking back, it always does. While you're doing it, it feels kind of long sometimes, but that's just time, always.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, it's just, we would be good, and then I remember there'd be times like we would just fight, just argue, I think because I was stressed out because he wasn't here,
Yeah,
or just because certain reasons. I mean, I
there'd be
think I'd
time.
get mad. I think I'd get mad at you, not talk to you for like a week, or then we would talk. You know what I mean? We had our issues and we had our problems just like everybody else. But I mean,
Yeah,
I think it was more like the frustration of him not being out here. And I know it wasn't your fault. You didn't mean anything by it, but like I said, I'd be sitting at a bus stop. It's 100 and something degrees outside. I just worked a 16-hour shift, and if you'd call me and be like, "Hey, why didn't you answer the phone?" Or, "Why didn't you write?" Or, "I was trying to call my son last night." Just little, I'd be like, "Oh no, you didn't." I'd be like, and I think that's what would start like, little arguments and things like that. And it was just the frustration of, it's like a long distance relationship almost. So
yeah. And I remember
it just, we had
time,
our ups and downs.
there was times when I would call and I didn't want to rap to her. I would just to put my son on the phone and do it like that. But yeah, it was just ups and downs, just like any other fucking relationship. Let me see. 480 said, "Yeah, you don't hear the girl's version of a story of a mobster wife that often to let teenagers know the bad parts of the organization. Mob Wives of Arizona." Yeah,
No,
TV.
I don't really care for like those shows and those people because like I feel like they kind of glorify it a little bit. I don't think any of them really have remorse, and I think they kind of like that lifestyle still, even though they're not in it. Um, and they all act, you know, hard, and they act like big shit because their man was in it. To me, I don't think that's being big at all. You know what I mean?
EV3 said, "Hello, Cricket and Mrs. Cricket. What's up, Chronicles Familia? What's up, EV3? How you doing, brother?"
Hello, hello.
Hard Life said, "I had a friend named Brian Ortiz, Westside Chicanos in '94. I think he also went by Chapo. He went to Westridge, and he asked me if I was going to abandon him if rivals hit him up. I thought it was funny that he asked."
Mhm.
At Westridge Mall, awesome person said, "Miss Cricket, I think you should give the comments a shot. I know you'd be good at it."
No way.
Awesome
You
person.
guys like talk another language sometimes. I can't. I'm just like, what? And then some of the things you say, I have like no idea because you guys talking, you know,
What?
like guys, like guy code or something.
Guy code.
Mhm.
And you said you knew. Man, 2 jobs. You were serious about being a mother.
Oh, I was definitely serious, and I was definitely on that mindset, like, oh no, my kid is not gonna like be a statistic because who his dad is. My kid is gonna be somebody because of who I am and because how my family raised me, and that generation's gonna go down that way. And it just I think at one time I was a little kind of obsessed over it. You know, he had to have the newest things. He had to have not just like if I bought him a toy, he had to have the whole thing, the whole collection. Though, I mean, I think I did that, and I don't even think he cared. You know what I mean? But in my mind, I was like, I want my kid to have everything that both parents have, and so it drove me there. I took it there. You know, he was in soccer, he was in football at like a little age. You know, he started at 4 years old. Um, so yeah, I kind of at the beginning was a little obsessed with that, and then later I calmed down with that. My parents were like, you know, it's money doesn't make a kid love you, you know, and I know you love him and you guys are showing him that, but he knows that you guys love him and that you guys are going to be a family one day, so it's okay, you know. So just talking to them and, you know, them really helping me out, I calmed down after the years went by.
Oh, Verde Bastard. What's up, homeboy? How you doing, brother? He says, slid through the jailhouse recently. Much different atmosphere. No more cholos, woods, and gangsters. Just tweakers and blue boys. Zombie season in La Desierto. Also, no gang graffiti on county walls. None. That's crazy. Yeah, it's different. Whatever happened to Shaky? Shaky from Hayden Park. He's still there, bro. He's in the step down program, but technically still active. Awesome person said, to be honest, bro, Phoenix organized crime, in my opinion, is mostly ran by paisas now. They be having business fronts, all that. Yeah, that's for sure. They've always been at a presence. You know, it's a border city, bro. 480 said, I can't spell his name. The dude from Southside 35th, Jaime's homie, yeah, Cheo, and was made a carnal on the outs. Hasn't been to prison and told Cricket to make a video about him because viewers want to know more of his story. And he had been to prison. He just wasn't, he got made on the calles, though. At least y'all always kept the family unit together no matter where Grillo was. Shows maturity on y'all behalf at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, even if I was mad at him and he would call him like, I don't want to talk to you right now. Put my son on the phone. I'd be like, whatever, here, talk to him then. You know what I mean? Like I said, it just that's how it was.
We talking what? Said awesome person.
Hey, do you remember like you were telling me like I was like, oh look, I could do my name in sign language. I learned that in school a long time ago, and I know how to do this and that. And you're like, I can do sign language too. And you busted out with all these crazy things. I'm like, oh my God, that is not sign language.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Javier said, on the serious side, con respeto, if a woman waited all them years for me, I would marry her. Mine passed away and I still miss her, but that's the past. You two have a good love story. Yeah. Heart Life said, Chapo and I
I
worked at
appreciate that.
Mexican on 67th Ave. Ended being locked up with him at Kaibev. Felt normal for a moment. We were laughing so hard. I saw Amigo raised his head like, chill out with the joy. Oh, Amiga did. Ciao. Yeah,
67th Ave.
480 said, yeah, Miss Cricket, I know it was hard raising your son because my ex did the same thing. Lucky you only had one kid with Cricket and not three of them.
I don't know how people do it with so many kids. I applaud you guys for real. It's just like I don't know. They say having one is like having one, having two is like having a lot. So I mean, I give it up to you guys for real. But I also knew like, no, I just want my son. Um, I have to give him a chance to be with his dad one day, and I owe him that much. You know what I mean? Like, again, it wasn't about me. So
Let me I'm gonna put these pictures up. Watch this. So this is Bruno right here. That's Bruno. Ralph Rodriguez. He's the one that Cheo killed him. He was from Southside 35th. And then, so that's Bruno. And then, look at this. There's Chopper.
Oh my God, he was young.
Right?
It looks like that could be his son.
You see the name
What's it say?
on his stomach? Chopper.
Oh, is this his name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like it hurts.
Yeah. And that's Chop. And then, remember him?
Who is that?
Fucking Dreamer.
Why does he have a comb over?
I don't fucking know. That's Dreamer. And then, who's that, babe?
Oh, Chino.
Yeah. That's Chino, Big Chipas, and Randy Boy. They were at the Phoenix Zoo. They went to meet over there.
They look so young. Well, they were young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's Trigger.
Okay.
That's Tito from Soma, from Yuma. See, it says Mafia Mexicana on his chest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks like it hurts. Jeez.
Who's
What
that,
the
man?
heck? Ew.
Hmm?
I said, ew.
Who is it?
What's his name?
Pablo?
Snake in the grass.
Yeah, that's Pablo.
He's a little dark, huh?
Remember, he's half black.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And then, let me see. I think there's another one. Oh, did I show it? What? Let me see. I don't think I showed it. Oh, it's right here. Look at this one. That's in the front right there. That's Sinner and Big PJ, Philip Jewell. Then in the back, the one on the right, that's Rory Palma from. Depending who you ask, he's either from La Victoria or from Wedgwood.
Oh, you can be in two things?
No, but
Oh.
he grew up in Wedgwood, but for some reason he has a lot of family in La Victoria, and he started claiming La Victoria for some reason. Something like that.
You can be from both.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can. I lived in Phoenix, but I was in Glendale.
You see Sinner?
Yeah.
The other two fools, I don't know who they are. I think they were just Skeena at the time they were there with them. And then, let me see. That was them. I'm trying to see I think that's all I got right now. I got a bunch more, but I gotta take shots. Oh, look, here's another one of. This is also. That's Trigger. He lost more hair. That's right there's him, and then right there's him. Remy Martinez. So that's them.
They're all gone and put away or dead or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus.
I think out of all them pictures, the only one out. Well, Randy Boy just got out, so, but he's no longer like he's in in trouble or whatever. The one right here next to Big Chipas, and then in this picture, Big PJ's out there, same thing. Bruno is dead. You know where Chop is. Dreamer
On Instagram.
Dreamer's still missing in action since the move he made. Fucking guy. And oh, there's one more. This is let me see. This picture here is so that's Big Chipas on the right side from Dogtown, and on the left side that's you met him, babe. That is little Vinny. They call him. He's from the river bottom. He was a carnal too. Vinny. He was our co-defendant in our case also. Vincent Garcia
See, I had no idea.
from River Bottom. All right, let's get back to the comments. On the series, where are we at? Were you a cool mom or kind of mean mom to Junior? It seems you can't or couldn't be a mean mom, but a cool mom. She whooped his ass. She was very
No, I did discipline him, and well, I mean, he was a good kid. He wasn't a rude or disrespectful kid. He never gave me trouble. He wasn't like a little travieso kid, you know. I could take him anywhere. He was just well behaved, but it's because I used to discipline him. But he was spoiled. He was very spoiled. Anything he wanted, he practically got. He was just, you know, his friends would be like, "Oh, you're lucky," and you know, this and that, and he had everything. But I worked really hard to get him that. But spoiled kid, but also he was disciplined at the same time.
Yeah. Let me see. What was the biggest challenge or situation you faced with Junior?
I think when we moved, it was hard because we knew the day was going to come that we were going to all be together, but we had to move. And we wanted to go, but it was sad to leave like our whole family because that's all he knew. And you know, he had to leave his friends, he had to leave his home. He was 12 years old. And so that was really hard, but I mean, he did it. I mean, he would cry and be sad about it, but I mean, he also knew that we were going to be together and this was the next chapter in our life. But I think just one time when he got in trouble or he got a little attitude with you, huh, babe? I think he tried to say something like, well, you would get in trouble, so who cares? Or he said something like that, and you're, you know, kind of yelling at him saying, well, you know, that's where things start and you're not going to go down the road I went down. But he wasn't like a troubled kid or anything. Like he just didn't give us problems. I mean,
Yeah.
a little attitude and things like that, just because I think because he was like, you know, spoiled. But other than that, that's like the only time I could really think of, and that's like when he was what, like 14 maybe or so.
Something like that. Yeah. Heart Life said that big guy Chino was a pinto that just got back. I think he sat with the Paisas. Kaibab 96. Big Spider was on the yard at the time. Oh, okay. Old Brother Bastard. Warrior Poet blew up on TikTok. He's viral now. For real? What
I
what's
think that's better. I think that was a better I think that's better for him than YouTube. You know what I mean? I think TikTok is better to like,
what did he
you
call
know,
himself on there though? Is it still Warrior Poet?
I think he's better there on TikTok than he is on YouTube. You can blow up on TikTok, just one little thing and boom, you
Yeah,
know?
for sure. Yeah, for sure you can. I like to see that. That's funny. Let's see. Randy Boy from Tucson. Whatever happened to Azteca from Yuma and Margie? Margie
What
just
happened to who?
what happened to Randy Boy from Tucson, Simon, Randy Robles. I don't know no Azteca from Yuma. The only one. I mean, if you're talking about, there was Güero from Yuma. If there was a newer vato named Azteca from Yuma, then I don't know him. And Margie just died. When, babe?
This April will be a year.
Yeah. Margie was Maruca's tia. That's how I met Maruca, through Margie, when she was with Longo at that time. 480 said, I told Cricket to put one knee down and get over it after everything they have been through, but for some reason he don't want to, but he doesn't want to be like everyone else, like marriage.
Yeah, he has issues. I'm sorry, guys.
Dreamer is working at Cinnabons with the new name in Alaska. He no longer dreams, he bakes. What was big?
Dreamers are more like our nightmare freaking guy.
It worked out. Fuck it. Shit.
I know, but still, I could still be a little upset about it. I mean, yeah, now, gee, thanks, 18 years later, but I mean, still, I'm
Right.
still a little razzle-dazzled that I had to go to jail. Jeez.
What was Big Chipa's name? There's a little Chipas too, right? Related. So Big Chipa's name is Angel Garcia, and Little Chipa's is Noel Hawkins. They're not related. They're both from Dogtown, though, but that they're not related. Matter of fact, growing up, Little Chipas was named Little Güero, and his older brother was named Big Güero. Big Chipas, growing up from Dogtown, was named Meatball. That was his name. They called him Meatball. He changed to Güero once he hit the pinta because he was, he wasn't a meatball anymore. He wasn't short and fat. He had, got tall and skinny, but he was real light skinned. He has red hair, and so they ended up calling him Güero also. But at the time when they got made, there was a bunch of carnales that got made around the same time that were named Güero. So we already had the Güero from Yuma, right? Big Güero that got sent out of state. And so when Big Chipas got made, they named him Big Chipas for, they changed it from Big Güero so that it wouldn't be mistaken with the other one. Then they got Little Chipas, which was Noel. Then 40 ounce got made too. His name was Güero. That was Jose Barriga. So they changed his name to 40 ounce, the barrio he was from, just so everybody could keep everybody, know who they're talking about. But they're not related, but they are, like I said, from the same neighborhoods. In this life, there are winners and losers. Seems like most of my dreams just drifted away. However, I outlived most of my childhood friends. Life goes on, says Javier. Yeah, bro. At the end of the day, I mean, it's all matter of perspective too with the winners and losers, We can look at it as, I mean, we lost a lot, but we won in the end, kind of. We're still here to do what we want and can still achieve some shit, Chino don't look like a gangster or to be a killer. He looks like a paisa, a regular father. I should be careful. He might push the button on on the list. Chino, man, it's hard for me to talk about him like he's a good dude, man. I had a lot of love for him. But obviously everybody knows what he ended up doing, and I mean, we did them together too. So it's not like, I mean, he's no worse than me or better than me. It's just, he chose that path and he stuck with it, and wish he would.
He liked that path though.
Yeah.
He likes that life. He likes everything that comes with it. And I think he got a little crazier more towards the end. Like it was he went forward and just boom, just hit it, And I wish that he would have hit it that way and the other direction and try to figure it out to get out for his kids,
Yeah. It's crazy. Let me see where we at with this. Right here. When you say spoiled, do you mean he was bratty?
No, he wasn't a brat. He just had everything. I just made sure of it, even if it meant, like I said, working an extra job, paying more in rent so that we can live in a better neighborhood. he was just the type of kid that, like, if something new came out, they'd be like, "Of course, Gordo has it, of course," or "Of course, this kid is wearing these shoes," or "Of course he has a phone." Like, but like I said, I think um, that was me, and I was on that trip, you know what I mean? And I didn't even have to do that because my son loved me no matter what, but I felt like I had to do that, just because of where his dad was. And so he wasn't bratty though. Like I can look at him and he'd be like, "Okay." You know what I mean? Like there's some parents that like will tell their kids like 10 times. I only had to tell him like once and he knew. He knew what was up.
Some person said, giving your kids a good life. I don't think this means spoiled. Unless you buy the kid stuff he doesn't need and fulfill his every tantrum. Now that's spoiled.
Well, it's just like us growing up. I mean, we were spoiled. I was a brat though. Um I, I don't know why my parents let me be that way, but I was. And they tell me, they're like, wait till you have your kid, they're gonna watch, you're gonna see. And then I had my son, he was nothing like me. And my parents say it till this day. They're like, out of all like the 10 grandkids that we have, he was always the most well behaved, the best. So everybody has to hear stories about how good he was and what good of a kid he was. So, and they're all cousins, they love each other, so they don't get mad or jealous. Um, but I was disciplined also. We would get grounded, we would get, in trouble. But I think I was more of a brat than he was, and I don't know why they let me be that way. It's weird.
Yeah. It was definitely he was a good kid. I mean, even when I got out, I thought it was gonna be a little tougher. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get a lot of pushback from him, even though he had to leave his friends and family behind to come with me. You know what I mean? I met them. They flew out to Florida, and I flew out there. That's where we met up before we moved to where we are now. And it was just the day I got out, he just had that morning. He had to pick up and move. You know what I mean? Fly out and meet me. So
I
I
think it was bittersweet when we left. You know what I mean?
yeah, he had been waiting for it a long time too. I think so. There was that, but I still think it was probably. Um, Yeah, I mean, it had to be tough. He left he was like she says, he was a spoiled kid. Like his grandmother would tell the other kids that he was the favorite grandchild and stuff like that. And
If
it
he
was
talked to my mom on the phone, he would just hear her voice and he would just start crying. And it took about a year or two for him to get over that. Then, we would start visiting, and then my mom flew out to see us, so it got easier. It got easier, but the first year it was just it was a lot. We went through a lot.
yeah, it was tough. I know it was tough for him. I mean, I could just imagine from a perspective of a kid. You know what I mean? Like for me, I probably some kids would throw it. I don't want to go, and all that type of stuff. So I could just imagine, from that, from his perspective, how tough it must have been for him to, um, kind of deal with, I guess you would say. But he took it like a champ, man. He really did. I was surprised, and then again, he didn't know everything yet. He know I'd been locked up all that time, but Jovan never told him the full situation. She always left it like it should be for me to tell him, and so that's the way kind of it happened. And so when I got out the next day, I drove, we went out and walked and and then I got out like I was going to be strict, what I'm saying? Like I'm like, we're going to eat this and that. And he was used to eating whatever he wanted, junk food and shit. And I was like, nah, that ain't happening. And so things were really changing, what I'm saying, for him. And he took it like a champ for real. It was a
Well,
trip.
I didn't take it like a champ. I don't like the fact you're talking to him like that, but I knew that you meant well. But I just would tell him like, hey, your dad did something bad and he's in jail, but he's gonna get out, and you do bad things, and sometimes you get yelled at, or you get spanked, or you get grounded, or sometimes if you do super bad things you go to jail. And that's kind of just how I explained it to him when he was little. And he was just like, oh, okay. And like I said, my mom and dad never talked bad about you to him. They just said that's his dad, that's your guy. You know what I mean? Nobody can talk bad about Manuel, only you two. And so they just left it at that, and we moved on. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew it was going to be tough for him, but it didn't turn out as bad as I thought, to be honest.
And you act like he just ate whatever he wanted to eat. Like he ate good food and things like that. But I mean, he would have his own little snacks and have whatever he wanted. And like I said, he was my only child. He's my baby. Like, it was just me and him. So
Listen, the kid grew up. Her mom cooks good ass Mexican food, enchilada, all that shit. He doesn't. He don't. You order a burrito for him, he wants bean and cheese burritos. Period. That's it. Bean burritos.
why
Like,
he don't care for it?
it's because he didn't grow up eating it because you let him have McDonald's and Sonic instead.
Well, like, he just didn't feel like eating it that day, so we would go get it for him. And it wasn't just me. That'd be my mom too. Okay, baby, you don't have to eat this. I know you don't like it. We'll go get you this. I wasn't just me, because most of the time I was at work. So when I would come home from work, I'm like, what'd you eat? Oh, Nana took me here. Or my tia took me here. I'm like, okay.
Javier said, "Hey, I know Margie. Jovan was gonna be my niece and Cricket my nephew. Is Margie a 200-pound dark woman?" No, she was light.
No, she wasn't dark.
No,
200, yeah, probably more.
more than 200.
Stop.
Noel Leon said, "Is DT still active?" And Azteca also went by. Also, DT is still active, bro. Yes. Danny Tapia. Cali Emma has Güero 2, Güero 3. Yeah, they got it there. Oswaldo Ramirez. Yeah, I looked him up while we were talking right here. So I found him. It looks like he got out. That's him there. Got the jale on his neck right there, obviously. But it looks like he got out in, I don't know the vato. Never heard of him. I don't know when he got made. He has a 13 number, but I had to have been quite a bit after I walked away, I would think, because I've never heard of him. But it looks like he got out in September of 19. So he's been out for about 2 years now. So, and I haven't heard much about anything. So I don't know what's going on with him, bro. Good point, young man. We're still here, so I guess we won. Good point. Yeah, I guess. I'm Pablo from Dupavilla, said Money Dog. Are you? Uh,
Who's who?
no, Money Dog said, he said, I'm Pablo from Dupavilla, but were you saying, is that what you meant to say? You're Pablo from Dupavilla, or is Pablo from Dupavilla? Maybe you're saying you are. 'Cause
Is Dupavilla those like two big old buildings, apartment homes?
No, it's a projects. It was. I mean, now they well, it was always they're just projects. It was projects. It had apartments in the back, but it's not big buildings. They're just 2-story apartments in the back, and then they were 1-story project houses in the front.
Oh, I thought I had. Then I didn't see it. I saw something that I thought was that, but it wasn't. I guess.
But I thought Money Dog. Maybe I got it confused. But isn't your carnal from Eastside Posse? Isn't that Little Floater? Or maybe I got it confused with somebody else right now. I thought you were cool not being married, Miss Cricket. Didn't you say that before in the live? I don't want to be like the typical couple. You guys are going to be 80 years old and not married. It's going to work out.
To me, honestly, I really it at this point I don't care.
She cares, bro. She
I
cares.
don't. We're together. We're together. It's
She
not
wants
going to
to,
make a difference.
she wants to ask me very badly.
Oh, I'm dying inside to ask.
Despensa, wrong Margie, said Javier.
Oh, okay.
I thought I knew Dreamer good. Never thought he would do. Oh, I thought I knew Dreamer good. Never thought he would do some shit like that. Did a lot of time with him. Yeah, I never did either. I was surprised, bro. I was very surprised. You know what's crazy is, and not that it matters, but before I got out, I was in the. Well, I'm in the condado, right? Before Dreamer set us up. I mean, so I'm in the condado, and my ruca went with Big Casper from BHHB's Ruka, Elena, to Walmart to go buy. Actually, I think Casper was getting out, and you guys went to go buy him like clothes, right? Underclothes stuff, babe.
Yeah.
And they see Dreamer at the Walmart, right? And so they go talk to him, and so Dreamer knew Maruka was pregnant and everything, right? So then once I get out, when we're in the hotel and he's setting us up the way he did with the cameras and all that shit, um, Maruka calls me on the phone and I put Dreamer on. I'm like, watch out here. And so Dreamer's talking to her on the phone about, how they had ran into each other at the Walmart with Elena and stuff. And Dreamer's like, he's telling her, oh man, good luck with the baby. Like the dude knows Maruka's about to have my kid. Like she's 8 months pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And he still tried his hardest to get me to talk about all those muertes and everything in that thing. It was a trip, man. And again, he didn't give a damn about me, so obviously he did what he did. But to me, it was like, damn, fool, really? You did me like that? You know what I'm saying? I thought we was cool. It was just crazy. Also, person said you banned junk food. Yeah, at first I did, but then they ended up switching me up. Dang, came out.
We switched you up.
Yeah. Awesome person said, dang, came out programming. I thought I was.
Trying to come out and act like the warden. Like, geez, calm down.
Yeah. We'd get up every morning. I'd work out. All that. Just all kinds of crap. But it didn't work. Didn't last long enough.
You could have kept doing you. Yeah, then you went to Walmart and saw all the snacks. And you're like, oh, I don't have to wait till Jovan puts a little bit of money on my books.
I didn't have to wait for that anyway, bum. I had a job.
Oh, I can get this and that. I don't have to just pick.
Stupid.
You saw all the aisles and woo, just went to your head.
She said, yeah, Cricket, it's been like a month since I talked to my son. I couldn't make it to the Chandler versus Hamilton baseball game that he was playing. I told him I would go weeks before show up. Yeah, been burritos.
You couldn't make it to his
Yeah, he couldn't make the baseball game.
Oh, is there another one?
Is that the only time you get to see him, brother? You don't get to pick him up and stuff? Or what?
Hopefully that ain't it.
Yeah, Hard Life said, bean burritos is giving our gente longevity. That's a UFC fighter diet. Yeah, but my thing is the fool won't eat nothing else. Like we'll go to a Mexican restaurant and it has to be fucking bean burrito. Like the people look at us like we're crazy. They don't even have that on the menu. He said, that's what I'm eating right now, and he started dancing. Did you? That's what he got he went at Patron.
Oh, did he?
The Margie I know was cute when she was 10 years old and weighed 175. God damn.
Oh my God.
175 at 10 years old?
Jesus.
A big ass broad. El Profe said no retirement program for the Lismo. Seems that would keep some from walking away at the end. Yeah. Ain't none of that going on. Ben Cueva said they used to run from 16th Street to 20th Street. There were a lot of project apartments there. The ones close to 60th Street were called the Old Lady Projects, and the ones from 18th Street to 20th were the main ones. Yeah, they ended up knocking a bunch of the whole front part. Now all they have is the ones in the back, the 2-story apartments. All the front, like regular project, like the ones that look like projects, are all they're all knocked down. They're building. I don't know what they're building there. I think they're gonna build apartment homes or something there now. But it's crazy. 480 said, "You think JB and Jaime know that there's videos about them on YouTube?" Well, Jaime does. I mean, he helped me make them. And you don't have to get consent, right? No, I don't. JB going to what? Some profit. If not, he going to send word from SMU, start a riot. But yeah, Jaime does. I mean, he was the one that he helped me put it all together, and we worked on them together. As far as JB, I reached out to JB, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to rap. He didn't want to talk about nothing. So that's how it stayed. But I'm sure that they all know. Everybody knows. Every time I put out something, whoever I talk about has reached out to me. Like when I talked about earthquake, he got at me. Just everybody that all down the line.
Earthquake?
Yeah, Carlos, big Carlos. Yeah, he's one of the ones that Carlos turned. He turned Christian and walked away because he turned Christian. But I did the story on him because him and Chino Mike, they killed Bandido in Douglas, and only Earthquake got caught for that. They gave him life for that. But yeah, it's a trip, man. I'm just, trying to find. Okay. Yeah, that snake dreamer played everyone to have you on the phone talking and knowing she was pregnant is two-faced and a cowardly act. Yeah, it was crazy. It was just a trip, just something that I thought about after. But, whatever. He did it.
I didn't expect anything less from him, though.
Gordo probably saved money for his car because he ate bean burritos. That's a good boy.
He saved his own money of his own car.
Yeah. He did
Proud
that.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
I said I'm proud of him.
Yeah, he definitely. That's good right there. He did that. Let's see if I can. This is trying to grab it real quick. So this is Big Chipas. This is his back. He tattooed. He ended up putting the patch on his back, but it's the whole fucking back. Look at that.
Oh my God.
And if you see on his back arms, he has Ocho Tres because he's from Dogtown, 83rd Ave, and then he has his kids. He has Angel Jr. on his neck, and then the other one, Guatemotec, I think is the name. That's the name of his other kid that he had. So that's Big Cheaps. At least it's cheap, said awesome person. The bean burrito. Yeah, I know, right? My moms would keep beans at the house. Us too. I mean, bean burritos are good. I'm telling you, I like them too. But if I go to a restaurant, I'm trying to get some enchiladas or carne asada burrito with beans and rice on the side, something like that. He won't fuck with it, man. You go in there and you get a bean burrito. He'll look at us like fuck.
But we didn't like. My mom cooked all the time when we were little, but we didn't want Mexican food all the time. We wanted to go out to eat and things like that.
Well, of course, but you liked it. He doesn't even like it.
Yeah, I liked it, but we would get so tired of it. We'd just be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have to eat it, but I mean,
he's starting to like it now.
he didn't have to eat it though. I guess that's the point.
Yeah.
He didn't have to if he didn't want to.
He's starting to like it now. I mean, like now he'll get the carne asada burritos, and he just don't fuck with onions. But I don't either. I don't fuck with onions either.
Ridiculous.
I'd be proud of him too. Ese gordo es un chingonazo. Yeah, for sure. Freud doesn't make sense if Dreamer wanted to get the Carnals all locked up. He knows that they can get him from behind bars. Don't really make a discussion about it or discussion. I get upset when I hear about what he did. It worked out, man. It is what it is. I'm still. I really want to get the damn videos, man. I wish I can get our, from all that. So just so you guys can see the, kind of the inside of it. You know what I mean? Like the, ¿cómo se llama? What happened? Like hear the conversations we were having, and it was a trip, man. It was a it was a trip for real. I think where are we at right now? My kid mostly eats fries and bacon, said Hard Life. Yeah, this one's the same fucking um, French fries, hamburgers, pizza, like all that shit. He'll tear it all up. I bet he'd like carne asada fries. He does like that, right, babe?
Yeah, I think he does. They don't have any out there, so
Yeah,
I
where
don't think
we're
he's
at,
tried them.
yeah, where we're at, they don't. But when we go home, like to feed now, like I said, he'll eat. They have like taco trucks out here, so he'll get like carne asada burritos and stuff out here. But when we go home and like hit Filibertos or anything like that, I think it sounded like the damn doorbell. What the fuck time is it? 12:30. Um, I think he'll fuck with that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's from there. That's from his room. Where are we at? Would you have him on if he reached out? Who, Dreamer? Oh man, I guess I would. But I'd like to ask him why. You know what I'm saying? And again, listen, everything worked out to my favor at the end. It wasn't because of him. I mean, it was a whole nother situation that happened. But I'd still like to pick his brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be kind of hypocritical if I'm telling everybody, man, walk away from that hale, get away from that clica, it's trash. Don't join that shit because it's gonna get you nowhere. It's a bunch of treacherous ass vatos, snakes, and there's no amor, there's none of that carnalismo. I'm saying all that, and then to be upset because this dude walked away. Um, I guess the way he walked away is the issue, and I would like to
I
ask.
was just gonna say that.
Yeah, yeah,
It's how he did his exit.
yeah, of course. So I would
you
like to
know,
ask why he felt that was necessary because he could have just like so many others have done, just stop contact, but not have any contact with anybody. I don't understand why it's almost like he had animosity towards people. You know what I mean? Like he was really, I don't know, like he was pissed at people, but this for no reason. Like this dude, he was well liked in the clica. He had gotten. I mean, he was moving up in the ranks. People obviously liked them. I mean, I'm sure he saw, the treachery within it and all that, and that's what made him decide to leave it. Or he just he had a son and stuff. Maybe he just wanted to live his life with his Ruka and his kids. Cool, whatever. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why he had to go to those lengths. Why all that? Why not just be done with it, man? Why set everybody up like that? You call a mandatory meeting. He was ranked, bro. He called a mandatory meeting to the hotel. We had no choice but to go. And then while we're there, he starts asking questions that are, again, like he's accusing me of me and Sinner being out there, like killing people at will. It said, you know, you guys are acting like cowboys out here. You can't do that shit again. So I felt I had to defend myself and answer why each person that we killed, you know, what were our reasoning for it. That's kind of like the position he put me in. And that's why I'm like, you know, I had to answer the questions, because if I didn't, imagine, you know what I'm saying? If I would have said, hey, bro, you know, fuck, mind your business, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If he was in good stand, if he wasn't doing what he did, then I could have been fucked off for not, you know, answering. And then he sets up the cocaine deal, and he says it in there because he has to, because it's for the feds, right? He says, you know, this is voluntary, Cardenas. You guys don't gotta do it. But for those that want to come, we're going to be the security. I want to start hooking it up where we're the security for these paisas that are bringing their dope through Arizona. I mean, you can say it's voluntary all you want, but let's just say I'm the one Cardinal that doesn't show up. Come on. You don't think that they're going to be plotting behind my back after that, being like, hey, why didn't this brother come? Call it mandatory. I mean, you can call it like basically we had a choice or whatever. You can call it that all you want, but you know, voluntary, you know, you don't know, this is, he said it. He's like, this isn't mandatory. This is voluntary, because he had to, because if not, we would have had a case against him saying that we, you know, we're entrapped into doing this. But he said the words he needed to say, because the feds told him, hey, make sure you tell them that this is voluntary, because it, you know, whatever, for legal purposes. But come on, there's no way it was really voluntary. You know what I mean? If everybody went to do it and I'm the only one that didn't, or anybody, the plotting would have begun behind my back or anybody's back. I mean, think about it. The night we had the meeting, little Vinny, that's the picture I showed you guys right here. This is the one that I told you guys about, that night he got so drunk playing fucking strip poker that he started dancing and all that shit, and we plotted to kill him. That's little Vinny right there. So little Vinny and Wildcat were supposed to go kill somebody, and on the way back from that, they were gonna pull over like they had to take a piss, and Wildcat was gonna kill Vinny. We talked about all that in the meeting because of the way he acted that night at the meeting, the other meeting. So imagine not showing up to this fucking supposed thing we're doing as a clica. Come on, man. So he knew what he was doing. We're getting, you know, he was nailing the motherfucking coffins all the way, making sure that all the legal T's were crossed and the I's were dotted. And I just don't know. I don't understand why. I don't know. You know, I'd like to ask. So yeah, I would have him on and ask him. I wouldn't argue with the dude. I'm not gonna sit here and be pissed off and be like, you know, fuck you. None of that. I would just literally, we're gonna have a conversation. I just want to know what he thought, what he was thinking, what it was about, why. You know, maybe he would want to talk like that. I don't know.
And that's why this is your show, because you're better than me. Because just because I don't have no, you know, anger towards you anymore, and it is what it is, and it all turned out great in the end, you know, it doesn't mean I have to fuck with you. You know what I mean? Just like Tyson when he reached out. I have nothing against you or anything, but you know,
Yeah.
dude was gonna get me killed. I think I can feel some type of way. You know what I mean? And then he reaches out like, I'm doing good with my life. And okay, good for you. Damn, not even an apology or a sorry. Aren't you supposed to apologize later on in life for things? And you're religious, right? So
Yeah. Well,
none of that. You know what I mean? So
I
like
mean,
I said, that's my reservations on it.
yeah. I mean, you're right. I am better than you.
What? Shut the hell up. You know what I mean.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, like he just reaches out, hey Cricket, how you been? I'm doing great and I'm da 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 da. But like you're not even somewhat remorseful to somebody that you were gonna kill. Like, are you really? Okay, great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, remember, he wasn't going to do it, and he was passing a message that, but I get what you're saying, but I mean, you got to look at it.
Yeah, but passing a message to somebody who just had a baby and had nothing to do with it. He knew who I was.
No, I
He
know.
knew, he knew my life.
But again, you have to remember that I'm not saying that he doesn't owe an apology. What I'm saying is he had no choice. You know that,
Or
right?
not even an apology, just a recognition like, damn, bro, we were crazy back then. My bad. Anyway, you know,
Yeah, but I'm
hope
saying,
all is well.
but
But,
you,
you know,
you do know he had no choice,
No, I know that, but I mean, just a little acknowledgement,
right?
like
Yeah,
after 18 years, like goddamn something.
yeah,
Hey, hey, we were dumb, huh? My bad, huh? And laugh about it. Okay, something.
yeah.
But he don't even do that. It's like, really? What a piece of poop.
Javier said, "Did you hear of the Mexican who married the China? They fed the baby sweet and sour frijoles. Is Gordo still Gordo, or did the name just stick? You should call the father Gordo."
No, he was he got chubby when he was like 6 months old, from like 6 months old to a year. And then once he started walking, he lost all the weight and he was never fat as a baby. So everybody would trip out. They're like, why do you call him Gordo if he's not even fat? We're like, it just stuck.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like a fat baby until he was probably just a few months old, and that's it. But that's just the name that I never liked it. I remember even as he was growing up, I would tell him like, "Why are you letting people call you Gordo?" And I told him,
Oh, because cricket's better.
"Yeah, but I didn't want my son to have a nickname, and I used to tell you that. Why you guys
Yeah,
call
but it wasn't a nickname that he got out in the streets. It was like a loving
that?
nickname that he got from his family.
Doesn't matter. That's how a lot of nicknames happen, though. That was my point at the time. Like, Chopper was named Chopper by his dad when he was little too. It wasn't a street nickname, but it's a nickname. And at the time, he was young, he was little, and I didn't like it. And I told you that, and I told him that, but I couldn't stop it. You guys, I mean, it was what it was.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Yeah, lucky I wasn't out there, so I would have stopped that shit.
I don't think you would have.
Yeah, just like I made you change his name.
All right, moving on.
Hear that, mijo?
Wow. Oh, did you hear him? Wow.
Go ahead. No, I'm good right now. Thank you, boy. Let me see. What kind of food did Miss Cricket cook for him growing up? What kind, baby?
I guess more like American food. Mashed potatoes, chicken. We'd eat like steak. More chicken though. We really didn't eat that much meat. Pastas.
It feels good to make a positive difference in people's lives, said Hard Life Tony. Good night. Yep. Right, brother. Have a good night, brother. But yeah, you're right. It does. I mean, this definitely feels a lot better to be. I mean, even if I wasn't doing all this, just it's a lot more calmer, and I'm not. There's no paranoia about the door getting kicked in from the placas or any of that type of shit. Noel Leon said, I was non-Skina for 6 years and in Dakota or Mojave, and it was messed up. We were looked at different, but at the end, I can sleep at night. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's fucked up you were looked at different, honestly. But it's feeding me that you didn't let that, make some type of, the decision to go the other way with it. And that's what I hope most people will do, man. Just go in there, mind your business, do your time, get out, and because there's no reason for it. You know what I mean? The vatos ain't worth it. They're really not, and you're not worth it to them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just it's a ball of users. You know what I mean? It just goes around. Everybody using each other, and for what? It's better to. You got to do what you got to do. You got sentenced to your time. Just do it, man. Get out and live your life. Don't throw it away for a bunch of fucking vatos that ain't worth shit.
That's what I did. Just did mine and got out and just lived my life.
Yeah. 480 said, is he in good standing, Big Chipas? No, he's not, bro. And is he half white? No, he's not. And there's one of the vatos that fixed the issues in the feds, right? Where Arizona stands after that war with the Paisas. No, he was. No, it was Big Casper and I think Randy Boy were the ones that had those conversations. Big Chipas was out there too, but I believe I'll get more info on that here soon. But no, he's not. He's no longer in good standing though. Maybe the little Chipas is still. Maybe they had something on him, some off-record shit. Maybe that could be, but honestly, that would have destroyed their whole case if that's true, because they have to tell us that. You know what I mean? Um, Not to say that they couldn't have pulled some bullshit, but that would be risky for them to do that. And they never, nothing ever came out in discovery that they had got him for anything. Nothing, nothing. And it was even explained. Like I said, he got on the stand and he was asked what happened, how did it happen, what everything. And there was even paperwork on him when he went, because the feds had to write up how they even got in contact with him. And he told his PO, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Is there any way that you can get me in touch with the task force? Can they help me? And the task force says, yeah, we can help you if you help us. And that's where that started. And when they got Dreamer on the stand and asked him why he did it, his response was because it's the right thing to do. I mean, obviously he was coached to say that. They knew that question was coming. I'd like to know exactly the truth. Why? I mean, was it the right thing to do? Of course, but we don't think like that. And he wasn't thinking like that at the time. There was something else there that only he knows. And I don't think it had anything to do with being booked. I think he just wanted to change his, my opinion, he just wanted to change his life and he didn't want to leave anybody out there where he had to worry about it. You know what I mean? So it's the only thing I can think of. You don't hear about Big Chipas in our state, man. Why is that, Cricket? You don't hear about Chipas in the joint. Was he not like? I don't know why, bro. Big Chipas did a lot of shit. Matter of fact, he was off in the feds, but he's in the state now, and he had that big case a while back because his lawyer. He ended up marrying his lawyer, and she was doing all kinds of stuff, and they charged him with a bunch of crimes, and he had that. He was in touch with them vatos that were part of that record label. I can't remember the name of it now. I got it all on paperwork, but I mean, he was doing a lot. So I don't know why you wouldn't hear about him in the state, to be honest, but I don't know. I ain't been there for so long. I don't know who did you guys hear about mostly? I mean, which ones were the ones that the names were out there a lot of? If it wasn't like, because obviously you guys probably didn't hear a lot about me or Big Chipa. If you don't hear about Chipas or Chino, probably our generation, like which ones were the ones being talked about, do you know? Damn, so cuz Vinny acted a fool when he drank, he got put on the lista. Yeah, he did. And lucky we got arrested before anything happened. And then when we were in the county, he got all the discovery and saw that was going on. He obviously,
Oh my God.
he watched it on video. And
Fucking-
and by then they were like, don't worry about it, you're all good. And they left it alone. He ended up staying in good standing. I believe, I think once he got out of the feds, he just walked away or something, because I haven't heard much about him. I thought you didn't have to go to the meeting, Cricket, because you just got out, and meeting was a couple of days later, and Pablo and dude on the phone said, chill, Cricket, but your ego wanted to show. Yeah, that's what happened. It wasn't Pablo. It was Big Casper and Chino. Casper called Chino on the phone, and I was with Chino in the car. And that's when I wanted to go. And Chino was like, no, I didn't even tell him you're out. Just kick it. Then I called Casper, and he's like, oh, you don't got to come. But I wanted to go. You know what I mean? It was, I just beat that charge. I'm feeling like it's fucking, like I'm bulletproof. And I wanted to go. Hashtag Jacob said, awesome person. Javier said, in my family, there's a gorda and a flaco. Since I was young, my father named me El Cholito. It's a Mexican thing. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I actually, at my work, there's these kids. They're the brothers, and one of them is named Manuel, and the other one is named Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like awesome person said 72 hours and put a bunch of laughing faces.
Yeah. So if you got to go do your 72 hours, just go do it. Just do it and get out. Don't look back. What? Just do it. And it's okay to cry.
Oh, shit. 480 said, yeah, they wanted to whack Vinny for acting a fool drunk at party because it's a bad look for the Carnales while the Carnales were slamming heroin. Some of them, that's how vicious it was. Yeah.
It's special kind of stupid, right?
That had to be a other reason, Cricket, for Vinny to get whacked, right? They were just tired of him, and most of the weakness. Some were done. No, none of that, bro. None of that. Everything was good until that night. Everything was
Just
good.
because he wanted to dance?
Well, we were playing. I'm telling you, I was in the other room, and I think I was on the phone with you, and Mean Gene came in, and he's all pissed off, and Chino's in the room with me, I think, and they're out there, and I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And I didn't even know what was like. I was in the room rapping to you. I'm pretty sure because I didn't even see none of the shit Vinny did. Mean
I
Gene,
think you were because you're saying that there was like a balcony or something.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
they're playing strip poker in the other room with the bitches who are, it was Tula and them bitches that was always hanging around. So they're doing that, but Vinny's the only one stripping. He's losing. And so he gets down to his boxers,
Oh, that's right.
everybody's making fun of him. So he gets up on the table and starts dancing like and he breaks the table, and then he starts chasing the girls around the room and shit. Like he was just drunk. And Mean Gene came in and was like, "This fucking Carnal's acting like a fool. He got on the table and he broke it. He's dancing. And he's like, fuck that. This is bullshit." And he's like, "This is not how we conduct ourselves. It doesn't look right. And we gotta take him out." So I'm like, "All right, we'll talk about it at the next meeting." And Vinny at the time, he's from Southside Phoenix, from the river bottom, but he was staying in Tucson because he had pulled a white shirt in the joint. So when he got out, he moved in with her. So that night, him and Wildcat had drove together from Tucson. So at the next meeting, they didn't come, and so that's when we talked about Vinny, and we decided, he was gonna go. And then when Wildcat came, I don't know where Vinny was or not, but that's when we started deciding who's gonna kill who, and we had all these, we're gonna kill this one, this one. We had the line of everybody that needed to die. That's when we were waiting for the silencers to get, from the Cisnero brothers. All that conversation happened right there. And so I know me and Chino were supposed to take out Tula and her baby's dad, and it was because of her baby's dad. And then she knew too much, so she was that night. And then we said Wildcat was gonna go for Margie, and little Vinny was supposed to go with him. And when they were leaving, they were supposed to pull over. Like when they were headed back to Tucson, Wildcat was gonna pull over like he had to take a piss, and he was gonna kill Vinny and then keep going to Tucson. So that was all the plans. That, there was a bunch of other plans we made up, but because of that conversation and all these murders that we were going to be doing the next couple weeks, the feds did that cocaine deal real quick and locked us up so they can get us off the streets before people started dying. So that's what saved Vinny. He was able to get away, and when we were in the county, he got the discovery that all of us got, and he was able to see those meetings and us planning on killing him. It was crazy.
And then he still decided to stay after that?
Yeah, he stayed there.
Oh, my God.
I remember Crow was talking to him, was like, "Hey, Carnal, I get," because the same thing happened to Crow. They were plotting on killing Crow when it was Pablo, Indio, and the Cisnero brothers on the streets. They got phone calls where they were talking about killing Crow because he was getting off Tecato and shit. And when he got to the county, he heard all those phone calls and shit, and it all got worked out too. So he was telling Vinny like, "Hey, brother, I understand how you feel, but listen, it worked out for me. Don't worry about it. It's all good." All that shit. So it was a trip. Charlie, y'all were friends at Awesome Person? Yeah. What's up with Takas from Tucson? Takas? I don't know Takas, bro. These are new ones you're mentioning. I don't know. I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know about the Oso either, but I didn't know no Takas, bro, from Tucson. I've managed to meet some of the new ones now, obviously since they were like Chapo from Tucson. Um, but I don't know. I've never heard of the Takas one. Awesome person. Did Carnales ever settle anything by giving someone the fade, or it was always muertes? No, it was always muertes, bro. Yeah, there ain't none of that fighting stuff or fade. See, I could talk quick.
Fade?
Yeah, I talk like the kids nowadays.
Oh, you're trendy with the kids?
Yeah, that's how I roll. We be giving fades and shit.
Okay. You little fader?
I'm a fader.
You need a fade.
I'll take the fade.
No, you need one.
I don't wear no fade.
The other fade.
I know, that's why I said I don't wear no fade.
You need something.
Not no fade.
You're stupid.
Me.
Oh, I remember that day. We were on the phone like almost the whole time you were at that hotel because you were in the other room on the balcony because you're like, I'm not gonna be over there partying with these people, and then I have to hear your shit, so I'm gonna just stay on the phone with you. And I was like, yeah, that's right, you're gonna stay on the phone with me. And so we were on the phone like the whole time.
So I just looked up this Portillo. Um, so it looks like he gets out June 22nd, bro, of this year. He's still in Browning unit right now, but he has a 28,000 or 283 number, bro. I was way gone from Arizona system by the time those numbers got that high. So yeah, I never met that dude. If that's him, do you know what he looks like? Noel, I'll show you what the one I'm.
Wonder what my number was.
So this is the one I'm looking at, Noel. If that's, I don't know if you know what he looks like, but that's who I'm looking at. But that number right there, bro, that's, I don't even know what year that would be that he came in, but I've never seen a number like that, so I wouldn't know him. He went in and when did he start doing his time? It should tell me right here. 2012. Yeah, see, I left the state in 2003, brother, and went off to the feds after that. So if that's him, I mean, that's the one I'm seeing, and he's in Browning unit, which is SMU2. So I'm assuming that's him. It doesn't say he's in SMU2 for STG though, but that's not him, or you don't know what he looks like. That's a Joseph Portillo. Let me see if there's an inactive one with that. There's a couple of a bunch of Jose Portillos. There's another Joseph, but he's a 33. That's even a newer number. I'm assuming that's him, but I don't know. Okay, let me see. Did Canales ever? Oh yeah, Joe Portillo. Laughed my ass off. I was thinking of C-Mac. My bad. He got the fade. They kept saying. Oh yeah, that's that 55th Street dude. I can't even do that voice he does. That fool
So
crazy.
what?
There's some negro on TikTok or YouTube that he's from California and he talks real weird. He sounds like fucking like almost like a Oscar the Grouch or some shit. And he's a 55th Street Crip out of Cali, but he got real popular, right? He'd been doing these little videos and did some interviews and shit. And he ended up getting ¿cómo se llama? In trouble because I guess when he was younger he claimed a different clica. So that his homeboys like jumped him and they called it, he got the fade or whatever. But it was a big ass deal because um, he fucking, he got all popular and he was walking around. He was giving like people fed, yeah, you know what I mean? Like he was handing out pizzas and money to like homeless people and, trying to do his little thing for his little community. And then they did that shit. But he's on the, I mean, his mensaje is all fucked up. I mean, he's still with the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
T Mac AZ, did you know Big Kiki Cricket from the South Side? No, bro. There's a Kiki from my neighborhood. He was from Happy Town, but I don't know one from the South Side, bro. Heart Life. What's that? Is that your numero, bro? 120.
Hey,
Ah,
you know Kiki loves me.
stupid. Is that song?
Oh my God, at least you got it. I thought it was going to take you a minute to catch up because,
Because
wow,
you know what?
you know,
480 said, didn't you say Vinny was told about that? He was almost about to get whacked and laugh it off, right? Well, I mean, yeah, he had no choice to laugh it off in the county. Yeah. He sounds like Sling Blade. Said awesome person. Who? See, Cricket knows. Yeah. Oh, it sounds like Sling Blade. 55th. He said, you see, Cricket knows. Yeah, but Kiki, he did the patch on a few vatos. Oh, did he? Yeah, I can't believe they're still putting that shit on them. Just getting themselves locked down. It's crazy. I never put it on me, but I ended up fucking writing the whole thing out on my back. I had an old English Mexican mafia on my back, um, but I covered it up. I put it on here, but you got to be an exclusive member to see the picture. But I ended up putting it on here, and let me see if I can. I ended up removing it from my well, not removing it, but covering it up, and but I never actually put the patch. But by then I was already headed to the feds, and I knew they didn't lock you down for that shit, so I wasn't really tripping. You know what I mean? Trying to see. I know Maruka took the pictures of it for me. Did you take it on my phone, babe? Guess so.
yeah.
Trying to see if I can see them real quick, and then I can show them, so they don't have to go into that holler. What was it? How did that song go, babe?
Kiki, do you love me?
Ah, shit. That's funny. No, 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 no. Come on, man. Remove. There we go.
Just take your shirt off and turn around.
I won't get it right in the thing.
Oh,
It won't what the fuck is going on with this bullshit? Okay, let me see. I'm trying to send it because I know what I gotta do. I'm trying to send it to this computer, but I can't because my my phone my phone is not Apple and my computer is. So I'll get it right now. Attach file. Boom. And attach file. Boom. All right, it's there. Let me see. Secret. He did the. How does Junior feel about his dad's past life, where he doesn't really talk about it? He don't really talk about it anymore, bro. I don't know how. I don't think he feels any type of way about it. To be honest, it's just something.
I don't think he's mad at you about it or
Yeah, nah,
no.
nah. He's. I mean, not. Nah. I don't think he. It's not about being mad. He's he's pretty like he's laid back, man. My son's a trip. He's not. He ain't with the.
The drama, the crazy.
Yeah. and it's just kind of like, well, it is what it is, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows that that it was, that it was something, but I mean, it doesn't affect him either way, kind of. It's because I'm not living that lifestyle no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like now. It's just like regular old fucking Brady Bunch type shit. I work, I come on, just whatever. I don't think it's um I don't think it crosses his mind about it. I don't think it's something that's on his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like he sits here, sometimes he'll hear me talking on here, so he knows what it is. But see, that's what I let me get the other one. Which one? No, this one. So you can see where it was. Like right, if you look at the eye where the eyes are, you can see the X and the C. So it used to be, but it was all the way across, so it had to be covered all the way as Mexican mafia all the way. And then on my neck, let me see, it said cricket in script writing, so that's why we went up that high with it. But that's where it was. But we needed to put that big ass piece to be able to cover it all. But you can't really see it anymore, I guess. You can see the X, the I, the C kind of there, right there, and then the bottom one, I guess you can see the A and the F a little bit, but you gotta really, be looking for it. So, but I took that shit off. Uh, Grill, I don't know. You don't mind sharing? What's the story behind the black sleeve you sometimes wear? It seems like only one side, or so you wear two. No, I got fucked up. I got burnt and pulled off of my scab working on my deck a while back. So I have a. It's healing now, real good, but it took a long time, and so it's just a burn. It's like a scratch, like not scratch, but a burn and a cut. Thing just made fire ass carne asada and pastor quesadilla. Said awesome person. Damn,
Hey,
nice. How does Junior feel about his dad? Oh, I read that. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know why these dudes keep putting that on them, though. Going to the state, knowing that that's just gonna lock you down, man. It's crazy. And I know sometimes, I mean, some of it is inevitable. They're gonna get you regardless with how you're acting, but there's no reason to just give it to them. And then again, like we talk about, man, this shit's supposed to be some secret organization, and all of us are just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
if you wouldn't have got the guy on your back with his tongue sticking out, what else would you have gotten if you couldn't get that?
I don't know. The guy with the tongue. Um,
It's just ugly.
it's not ugly at all. That's good art. Look at that.
No, the tattoo artist was great. He did a great job. I'm talking about, I don't know.
That's beautiful.
He's just got his like tongue out and the little teeth kind of creeping a bit.
The tongue is supposed to be the blade of a knife
All right.
in the artwork. But yeah, I don't know. I never thought of what else I would get. A dragon, he said. It looks dope, said awesome person. I mean, it looks better than what it was. I had that fucking thing on there. Like there was no way. I think we were at a hotel and we were swimming and I'd have my shirt off. I just knew people were like looking like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It was just too much. Juanillo's nephew Leonard was made. Is he still active? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, bro, because he was probably obviously made after 2003, obviously also too. So, but he may be Leonard, huh? I'd have to. I can ask. Like Chapo. Chapo's the one that he's like. He was actually sitting in the mesa when he renounced and walked away from it all. It's been about a year now. He's from Tucson. Um, he'd be the one that I'd have to. I can ask all these type of stuff about the newer ones. You still have the pattern. What pattern, bro? Of what I got on me now? No, I don't. I don't have the pattern of either one. Did you get the Emitet in prison? I did. I got it in Cheyenne, bro, when I was back on a violation. And then I got out for those 11 days with Maruka.
Instead of your son's name across your back.
I put my son's name on my chest, remember?
Yeah, but not across your whole back. Wow.
He wasn't even born yet.
What a guy.
And then what if I would have got the wrong name? I didn't know what you were going to name him.
Oh, please. Like you would have let me name him anyway.
True. At least he can admit that now. What's up, carnal? ¿Cómo está? What's up, Jack? How you doing?
Oh, wow.
Been a while. What are you wowing about over there? What's all this extra noise going on?
Just the issue of me sending you the birth certificate and you sending it back and you telling me I'm gonna go to court and then da to get that name. I mean, it was just drama. It was unnecessary. Like seriously, unnecessary.
I never said I was going to go to court. I just told you I wasn't going to sign it.
You said you could go to court.
Yeah, I could, but I told you I wasn't signing that shit unless he took that fucking name off. I wasn't going to sign it with that name on there. That's not the name I decided my son was going to have.
What was that look?
Nothing. It was like, do you have anything else to say?
No, but I mean, you made it like it was just the issue going back and forth with it. Then I had to get a new one. I had to go change the social. I had to you have to go to these places to do it. You can't just call and do it over the phone. Like I had to go do that.
Then you shouldn't have tried to be slick and fucking throw that fucking name in there. See that? Yeah. You tried to be slick and you know it. You thought I wasn't going to say nothing about it.
Wow.
Right?
I just thought that maybe I could get a J in there, like the mother, but
his name's Junior. Does Miss Cricket have your name on her? She did. Yeah, she did. She had it on her back. When I covered mine, she covered that, bro. Just didn't want. It was safer for her not to have it on there. We just didn't. She had put Manuel Senior on her. I made her get the senior so that she wouldn't lie and say it was for my son.
What a guy. What a guy.
I've been waiting to see you on a live. Cali Raza Rider. Thank you, brother, for that $20, homeboy. Watch out. The picture. Thank you, brother.
Is that a mask?
Yeah, it's one of the Mexican wrestlers. What are they? Lucha Libre.
Oh, I don't know.
Gracias, brother. Because you remember that, babe, when you got the tat? I told you make sure you put senior.
Yeah, you're crazy.
But that was from a bet, remember? And then
but I don't think I mind it because I don't like tattoos, and I still don't really care for tattoos. But I mean, I did it for for you. I didn't care. But I mean, it's not like anybody could see it anyway, really. So
yeah. And Prophet said, thanks for being candid tonight, Grillo. Also, thanks for making the tough decision that you did. You have some new skins now. Gracias, brother. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah. Chapo was my homie growing up. Was he, Noel? Good dude, man. He's a real good dude. He's trying to beat his case, or not beat his case, but they sentenced him to life, but they didn't say without parole. But the time computation that the Department of Corrections did has him as no parole. So he's trying to argue that he should have a date after 25 years. He sent me all his paperwork to see if I could find someone that could look into it for him. So I'm working on that too. But, he's trying, man. just glad, he walked away from all of that and he's doing pretty good, where he's at now. So he just seen he's new skina now, said el profe. Thank you, brother.
Oh yeah. Where this is better than back then. This is the winning team
Oh, fuck, for sure.
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Miss Cricket, would you say you have a trophy husband? Of course she does. She knows.
Who's an awesome person? Of course you would say that, awesome person. Of course. You would throw that in there. You want to get me all razzle dazzled, you know. And I'm not even gonna answer that. I'm not engaging. Nope.
How is the hound? He was on yesterday, Jack. No, he was on today. He called today. One call, but he called Was he on yesterday, baby?
No, not yesterday, I don't think.
But he
You
was on.
weren't on. No, you weren't on yesterday.
Oh, that's right. The day before.
The day before he wasn't. The day before that he was.
Yeah. He came on
He
tonight.
sounded like quiet tonight, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said he was just tired. I hope he was just tired. He sounded a little like
Down.
down. Yeah. I
Yeah.
hope everything's okay.
But he came on for a call today, and then
Yeah.
the call ended. He said he was going to see if he can call back, but I think something's up because I think it was something was going on because he didn't call back, and he did sound down. So he'll probably call me tomorrow off the live because I don't think he even realized we were live. He called, and then I was like, "Oh, you called at the right time. We're live right now."
And he's usually like upbeat, and within like a couple seconds he'll laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something about him. His laugh is just crazy. I like the way I laugh just laughing at his laugh. It's funny.
Yeah.
He has that type of laugh.
Awesome person said, "You made her get senior dog. You something else." Huh?
Are you barely noticing that? Yeah, he has something else. Jesus.
Well, she had my son, bro. So if she puts my name on her and then she just put Manuel, then someone could say, "Hey, what's that?" And she can say, "Oh, that's my son's name." Come on, you ain't shit. Mama didn't raise no fool.
No, that's too easy. I'm not even gonna go there.
What are you gonna say?
Nothing.
Say it.
No, that's just too easy. It's too easy.
Scared.
I'm not gonna kick while someone's down.
Noches, gente crónica. Check you all out on the party line mañana, ya sabes. All right, profe. Have a good night, brother. Appreciate you, eh? He mentioned he was tired. He's a strong dude. Hopefully he's good. Yeah, I think so. Did you ever let 40 know that I said Q? I'm glad he's doing good as well. Yes, I did, brother. I did, Jack. Matter of fact. I need to. I haven't been able to. Here's my thing, and just to be as candid as possible, because that's what I do here. I say it as it is. I wanted to have 40 ounce on here too. I do keep in touch with him. 40 go way back. I think if you guys have seen the story, me, 40, and Chino were like real close homies on the yardas before we were even carnales or any of that. At one point, us three and a few other brothers, when we were on a yard, we were like talking so crazy about starting our own clica and going against the man. That was before anything. We're just kids talking, you know what I mean? But that's how secure.
Is he? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Is he the one that you met with out here?
Yeah, 40.
The one that just had the baby?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason that I don't have him on is because he's done with all that, but he's still struggling with addiction issues. And I don't wanna bring anybody on that he feels the same way I do about the clica and walking away, and he would come on here and say all of that, but there's still issues there, and I have to maintain the integrity of what I got going on. If I had someone on that would sit here and preach to kids and all that and then get busted for anything, it can mess up the credibility of what I got going. And I can't risk that. As much as I love the dude and I'm here for him 100%, I just can't bring him on here yet. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that he'll figure that out, and I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. He tells me he is. We talk. I mean, we don't talk often, as often as we should, but when we do, it's all love. But um, that's honestly the truth of why I haven't brought him on to speak on. But he would speak against all that. He's done with that. He's not. He's no longer with it. But he's still having life issues. You know what I'm saying? And like anybody else, it just is what it is. And so it's the way it's got to be for right now. Why didn't you get the patch again? I like the patch better back in the day than Mexican Mafia. The patch is more powerful and intimidating back in the day. It don't matter now. I just didn't want to get it, bro. At the time, I would, at first I was like, for what? Because they're just locking everybody down. Once I was almost done with my state time, I didn't know. Obviously, the feds was coming in. I was like, fuck it. They got me. They were already alleging I was a member. They were trying to STQ, so I just blasted it on me. I probably would have put the patch later. I don't know if a little bit more time, but I just didn't. We already discussed this about Junior Day the other day. Yeah, about his name. One thing is walking away, but another is also making different choices about walking away. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just have to maintain the credibility of this thing. That's the only reason. There's no. I mean, I need to make sure that the people that are talking to these kids are making the right decisions too. You know what I'm saying? I hate for them to be looking up to somebody and then that person get booked, for something. So I never signed the birth paper back in the day, 15 years ago, because I was always high on cocaine and believing Junior wasn't mine. Dumbest thing ever. Now that I look back. Yeah. You can still sign it, bro. I mean, I don't know if you and the Ruka have problems or whatever, but get that shit done.
You're lucky I ended up letting you sign it afterwards, because I could have just been like, no, I'm gonna just keep that.
Yeah, okay.
But you're welcome.
Jack, I meant that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jose's a good vato, but I agree with you on keeping your integrity, a show of class, respect, or not. Yeah, it's not for me, bro. Like I said, I keep in touch with them. I'm not cutting them off for whatever reason. It's just for the purposes of this thing. You guys have seen, I'm sure, enough of this YouTube shit. Every little thing is just looked at and try to discredit it, and they'll come and start attacking, and everything is So I just have to really walk lightly and keep this all above board. Was RJ and Big RJ in good terms when they passed? No, Noel. No, they weren't, brother. They had kind of they were, but they weren't. It's weird. So RJ basically, Big RJ, started his own faction almost. He had a bunch of carnales that were following him. And it was a big mess. I mean, that's a long story that I can get into. It started way back when his brother was killed, and then on to other things. But yeah, at that time they were still with it. I mean, they were still playing ball, but they had kind of split into a whole nother thing. It was a trip. I met Hound when him and India were in Tucson on the reservation. Solid vato, said Noel Leon. Oh, did you really? Cool. Yeah, I think that they went out. It was Chapo and Juanillo and them, I think, and who else? I think Pancho Vasquez or Cantu, and was it Big Al? Were all out there at that time, right? The other night you said you got mad at Bam Bam because he stole $20. I used to know a Bam Bam kind of chubby, both arms tatted up with a jaguar on his forearm. Nah, this dude, this Bam Bam was from he's from La Victoria. He wasn't chubby, um, and it was like it was stupid. Like he was living in my, or he was staying at my chante. He was leaving one morning to do something. I had him slanging for me. And that morning he was leaving, and he goes, "Hey, can I borrow $20?" And I lent him $20. And then he just disappeared on me. I couldn't get a hold of him for like 3 or 4 days. And when I finally got him on the phone, I'm talking crazy to him, telling him, "Ya sabes, this and that." When I hang up, the conversation we were having is because my ruca then got on me. She was like, "Why are you doing that? You keep on getting enemies, and it's only $20, and you're getting all these enemies for nothing." And but I saw it different. What's up with your homie Warrior Poet? I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on with him, to be honest. Órale, we're 3.5 hours in. We're gonna shut this down. I didn't even know it was this long. Look at that, babe. 3 hours and 34 minutes.
I know, you don't shut up. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think half of it was you, babe.
I don't talk as much as half as much as you do.
What?
Really? Are you serious right now?
Are you?
Are you?
I
Get
wish I
that look off your face. Look at you.
could rewind this.
Are you kidding me? You got the eyebrows all arched up and stop. You did?
Be hating. She hating on the
I
eyebrow.
know, but you got that look on your face like if you're surprised. Like that's all you.
Yeah, okay. Who's Warrior Poet? Said awesome person.
Oh my god, I don't have time for that.
Awesome person. Warrior Poet is Daniel Size from the Dupa Villa. He had started his own little YouTube channel for a minute, and he was a little bit upset at me for.
He's I think he wanted to be your friend. Maybe he's like your frenemy.
I reached out to him. I wanted to help him, but then I would see him slobbering all over the TV, yelling at me and cussing me out. I didn't know what to do. Try. What's up, Michael Ojeda? How you doing, brother? You roll. Good night to you and your lady. Much respect, brother. Said Jack Armenta. I can see one. Yeah, Greyhound didn't sound like himself. You can tell right away. Hopefully he didn't fuck up somehow. Maybe it's his girl. Yeah, something like that probably, I'm sure. Did you see that trash auditor get that lady vendor arrested the other day in LA? He was right. Yeah, I saw that. That was stupid. For no reason, right? What the fuck was that shit? Like he just on purpose went over there to what a fucking dick, man. Did you
What
see that?
happened? No.
So there was some vendor, some ruca, like she's selling tacos or something. I don't know. She had like a stand, right? She's a vendor. I think I'm pretty sure it was in Califas. And this dude comes up and he speaks Spanish and he's on the video and he just like walks up and starts cussing her out. Like he's like, I can't remember exactly the words, but he's like, calling her all kinds of names for being out there vending, like really making like talking bad to her. And then so she walks,
What?
huh?
What the heck?
Like she's like he's like telling her like calling her like something about the way she's making her living and you're trash and all this
Oh
like.
my god.
So she walks out and she hits him. She like slaps him, but not hard. Like you could tell like she barely walks out. And you don't even see it on camera, but he says she slapped him. It puts it in the fucking. He writes it on the bottom. Hit me 3 times or something. So Vato calls the fucking placas. And the placas come and he's like, and he sounds like he's a joto. And he's like, this lady just hit me. And the cop's like, okay, well, explain to me what happened. And it was crazy, man. I was like, what the fuck, man? It was out of nowhere for no reason, just taunting this broad, man.
Just trying to make a living.
Yeah, it was gacho,
And,
man.
and then the right way. It's not like she's out there
Yeah, she's just doing
doing any, selling drugs or anything. Sometimes,
yeah, it was stupid.
I can't even say like, like some people say sometimes it be your own people, but I just think it's people in general. They're just evil. They're just, I don't even think they're racist or whatever. I just think they're evil. They just have like this hate in them that they just feel the need to hate on someone else that's actually trying to do good with their life,
Yeah.
It's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, awesome person said, good night, familia. Ya sabes, bro. His name is 40 Ounce. That says it all. Hopefully you get. Yeah, but that's not his real name. His name is Güero. He grew up as Güero he's from the barrio 40 Ounce. So that's why they called him that, because there was too many Güeros. His real name is Jose Barriga. And it's not drinking, it's other stuff. But yeah, I mean, he's a good dude, man. There's nothing wrong. I mean, again, people struggle. Life is life. It is what it is. Not everybody's perfect, and just because you walked away from that organization doesn't mean that you don't still have some. Life doesn't still get in the way sometimes, and there's some struggles. So nothing against him, or there's nothing at all. I don't. There's no.
And it's I think it's more harder to is it more harder to survive out here than in there?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, shit. And there, it's. I mean, all your needs are taken care of. I mean, you can get the
Yeah, and
extra.
out here you gotta work,
Yeah,
he's struggling with the things he has to face.
yeah,
It'll work out for him. It will.
yeah, for sure. They're dirtbags, bro. They claim to be First Amendment auditors. They're trash, homeboy. His name is Silence Boy. Yeah, see, but that's crazy. That's not even First Amendment auditing, bro. Like I've seen those things and I laugh at them. Maruka sees me watch them all the time. Me and
And
homeboy.
I don't like him though.
I do. I actually do.
I
Uh,
don't. I just, you're a grown man.
yeah,
You get up in the morning and you're going and
yeah.
getting in a cop's face and what are you gonna do? It's my like, go to work. Like, stop it. I don't know. I just don't like those videos. I don't.
The thing is, they found a way to make feria doing it, so whatever. To each his own. The problem there is, I think the placas need to know their place, and if they don't, then that's on them. They can't play victim. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, but really with these vendors,
Well, that's different. That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, that's
Nothing to do with,
in California. That's everywhere. There's vendors everywhere.
but that's my point.
Like,
I mean, this has nothing to do with First Amendment auditing. I don't know what this dude, what point he was trying to make.
and then her slapping him. I mean, you poke the bear. What do you think? You're gonna sit there and talk, be disrespectful and stuff. What did you think was gonna happen? She was gonna shake your hand or whatever. Not everybody reacts the same way.
She's
You know.
obviously she's not a placa. She has nothing to do with First Amendment stuff. She's not the government. Like that shit should not. I mean, she shouldn't be bothered like that. Go do it to the placas if that's what you want to do. Hey, it's fair game over there as I see it. You know what I mean? For real. I clown with Maruca since I'll see a cop and I'll pull out my phone and be like, all right, let's go, babe. I know my rights, and I'll start clowning, right? I would never fucking do it, but but it is what it is. The cops need to know the law just like everybody else, and if they don't, then something's wrong because they're supposed to be the ones enforcing it. There's something wrong when they don't know that. But aside from that conversation, that it has nothing to like. Don't mess with some little old lady that has nothing to do with it. Come on, man. That's just now you're just being a fucking piece of shit. And hopefully they'll what they call that shit cancel this motherfucker. You know what I mean? His name is Silence Boy. Yeah, I heard him. He definitely not Silent Horror Boy.
What?
Whatever. 480 said, true, it's calling to go to SMU with the patch, but so is them. Yeah, Mafia pretty much the same. Yeah, it is. For sure. Yep, Big Al, he wrote a book. Yeah, I seen it. He doesn't talk much about nothing though. There's just like one little part where he talks about I think Crow and Big and Ruben, but not much. Michael said, I do when they record the dirty cops, not to mess with people or businesses. Exactly. Exactly. Can one carnal make another one or has to be voted in the mesa? It usually has to be voted. It depends though. Depends on the carnal. Some carnales have the palanca to do it on their own, bro. Or like I made Chino, but I basically I put it up and I mean I kind of just made them on my own and it just got everybody pretty much respected it, but you still have to kind of have other people say Simon. Like I remember when I made Chino, I had asked Greyhound, I had asked Longo, I took it to Pablo. So I mean that's kind of how we did it, but we didn't take it through the mesa or anything at that time. We sent the word to the mesa that he was made, basically. Warrior Poet was your cable guy. LOL. It's not the $20; it's the principle. Yeah, it's just like the pudding issue.
No, it's. Oh my God! Don't even bring the pudding incident right now. It's $20. Like, is it really worth it? I mean,
Someone,
is it worth it? It's $20.
hey, someone made a comment, babe. They put, please don't bring up. But, oh no, he said it's a good thing Gordo didn't eat the cheesecake because you know how Cricket feels about desserts and pudding and stuff.
Exactly. My poor baby's over there. God knows. You'd have to get the raft of him. Why'd you eat my pudding? Why'd you eat my cheesecake?
There's a video out there earlier. They arrested that guy too. Not sure for what though. Yeah. Night Chronicles Familia said 480. Big Al wrote a book. Yeah. Órale pues. We'll shut this shit down. We're at 3 hours and 44 minutes. Maruka, don't stop talking. If you guys
See, I told you you don't know when to just stop.
keep going and going if you guys keep talking to her.
Not me.
Órale pues. Let's get this down.
Well, good night.
Yeah. Okay.
Good night, everybody.
I still
If
look
you're going to work tomorrow, be careful, be safe.
I still look
Oh
like
my God. No, you don't look like that.
you know I do. That one. Look at that. I was 15 right there.
Oh my God, and you look 30.
You're crazy. Crazy. Look at Maruka trying to look all throwing up gang signs.
I wasn't throwing up gang signs. I would never do that.
Buenas noches.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you guys. Hasta mañana. We will get down. Tomorrow we'll do the music thing, man. We'll make it a Sunday night slow jam. No, not slow jam. We'll do all kinds of shit. All right.
You
And
want a slow jam?
slow jam? No.
Yeah.
Gotta put the 90s rap too.